him, I never traded him, independent, I never ever traded him. You know what is a star? Like in the city, the driver's like Florida, wish I could large, so many more, 10 in the more, never a bar, 8, 10 in the more, 2 to the P, nothing to you, but it's something to me, handsome as ever, and cute as could be, you can watch us on YouTube, but view it for free. This one time for the Twitch, this one time for the text, this one time for the phone line, whole time, wonder what they gonna do next.
You know, I just wish you guys would stop the quibbling.
Morning, everybody! Tobin and Leroy here with you. Happy Earth Day.
Oh,
Yeah, Earth Day, dude.
that's right.
For the Earth.
How can I forget?
Love the Earth.
Love the Earth. Shout out to the Earth.
Was one with the Earth this weekend. Went in the water.
Oh,
Enjoyed that. The waves crashing in.
that's nice. I haven't touched water in a long time.
Really?
Yeah, need to touch water.
I had to go save my daughter because she got a little too froggy on a paddleboard.
She was way out there.
Went out there.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't trust things anymore.
Sit down and paddle.
She
Yeah.
goes,
I can't.
I'm too far. That's what she said. Then she goes, Daddy, I'm too far.
The guy's like, hey, don't swim out there. I'm like, what do you want me to do? Just leave her out there?
She's got it.
He goes, the current. I'm like, I know. That's how we ended up in this situation,
Yeah.
sir. Like, I know. Thank you
Thank you.
for
sir.
thank you for the director's cut.
He's
that-
like, let her go.
And that's not even the worst thing we've heard this morning.
Wow.
Will you please? So today is Earth Day.
Yes.
The company goes to the beach and cleans the
Tilt
beach.
your backup camera too, so because
Yeah.
you're kind of leaning out of there. You go.
Oh,
There you go.
yeah,
There you
yeah.
go. Perfect.
So Tobin says to me, I did it.
What?
Went out there with my claw. He goes, the beach was clean.
We did know. So, I was curious today because everybody here,
You went to a clean beach?
everybody here is doing Earth Day stuff, and I'm like, where is it? Is it in the parking lot? Because I saw the tent set up, or are
Yes,
they going?
which is
Are
which
they
is-
going somewhere?
leave it to them to make it more difficult to come to work.
Well, what? Yeah, no, there's two parking spots
Right.
taken up by the tent. But I did it probably 2 years ago. I did the Earth Day cleanup because it's normally everything's during our show. But one day I did it. I went after our because maybe we were still doing mornings. I think that's
Yeah.
probably what it was.
Yeah.
And
I
so
remember that.
we went to like one of the islands that
Oh.
was like, people go to and they can fish off of. And I go there, no garbage. I'm like, like this must have been one of them leftover beaches.
Wow.
Like there was no garbage to pick up. I'm like picking up like coconuts and branches. There was nothing. I was like, yeah, this is a clean beach.
Good job. Kudos.
Yeah.
Good job. So, do you know what we're doing this year? Are they
I
heading
don't.
to a beach?
I can look at the email. I didn't look.
Okay,
I didn't
what?
look because
Yeah,
I
I'll
was
get
just
into it, I
my
guess.
first
I don't
reaction
look at
was
the email when it's during our show.
yeah. I was like, it's during our
So-
show, so I
Yeah,
didn't
for sure.
I didn't gander where we are Earth Daying today, which is a nice thing. I still have
Yeah.
my Earth Day mug. From a
Or
couple years
or
ago.
if they have like a meeting that's like a couple hours after our show ends,
Ooh,
no
too
chance.
much, too much.
No chance.
couple
Dude,
hours?
no
No way.
Uh,
No way.
let's see.
I don't know if it's beach cleaning weather today. It seemed like it was a little cloudy.
Yeah, they're doing something in the community, like they're planting trees in the neighborhood. or
Oh,
something like
okay.
that.
That's
That's
good.
nice.
That's good.
That's
Instead of
good.
cleaning up, we're planting.
They're
trees.
distributing native seeds.
Oh yes,
So very nice.
very nice.
Headlines are brought to you by Doral Hyundai. At Doral Hyundai, choose one of 1,300 new Hyundai miles in inventory, like the Tucson, Sonata, and Palisade. Remember, when it comes to Hyundai, the great deals are at Doral Hyundai. Miami Heat, they end up with the 20th overall pick in this upcoming draft after the tiebreaker draft drawing. So there you go. It is now settled. The 20th overall pick for Jimmy Butler.
Yeah,
along
here we
with
go.
Andrew Wiggins, slow-mo, and off night after they flipped to PJ Tucker for him.
Oh, let's see.
PJ Tucker's been flipped a bunch of times to not play basketball.
He's back now. I saw him get some minutes with the Knicks,
Okay.
but I think it was like end of day minutes with the Knicks or something like that.
Mm.
So, yeah. Knicks, by the way, speaking of NBA playoffs tonight, Pistons, they
Wow.
snapped a 15-game playoff losing streak.
Almost
They
lost
haven't
it.
won. They haven't won a playoff game since what 2017.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeesh.
You want to talk about a drought?
They
And it's basketball. You
ev-
can't get swept every time.
evened up the series at one apiece, as did the Clippers, who beat the Nuggets last night, 105-102. Kawhi Leonard.
Boy,
Looking
did
good.
I watched the
Looking
first half
good.
of that game. Dude didn't miss.
Looking good.
Looking good.
39 points. And he looks good.
He did look really good.
NHL playoffs, of course, the Panthers.
Guess how many games he played this year?
Kawhi?
Yeah.
42? Is that too much? 31.
Like 35 games. You tried to give him half.
Jimmy Butler's singing like, you see? You see? Why does he get to do it?
Wait. Because when he comes back and plays, he plays like that. That's why. We ain't touching them all. And still can play defense.
Oh,
Not
he's
as
great.
good, but like
He's a monster. He's a monster.
it's almost like he could touch you from where I am right now. His arms are so long.
He's a fun guy.
Yep.
Capitals beat the Canadiens last night in overtime 3-2. Ovechkin with the game winner, which is his first, by the way. First overtime playoff winner.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. The leading so is that the definition of a looter in a riot? When you've never
I mean, he's won the Stanley Cup.
Okay.
You know, no.
All right,
it's
all
not.
right.
The Jets beat the Blues 2-1. Stars beat the Avalanche in overtime 4-3. And the Kings beat the Oilers 6-5.
Jeez.
The Panthers, they are, of course, on the ice tonight. They will take on the Tampa Bay Lightning at 8:30. You could hear that game right here on 560 WQAM. Panthers preview gets going at 8 o'clock.
Wow.
I got confused. There's a whole crowd in front of you. I got
I
shook.
know.
What's going on? What are
here?
these people
What's
doing
going on?
here?
Including a rotisserie.
Oh, hey.
Oh, he's back.
He is back.
He is
baby.
back. Leroy.
Hey.
Yeah, he was going to change.
Mhm.
He's like, Lent is over. Leroy.
Look like a turducken out there.
Oh, my God.
I'm not even, dude.
Killing it. The Marlins. They open up their series with a 6-3 win over the Reds.
All right.
I got to tell you. Fish are fun this year.
Hey, can I just say
The
this?
fish are fun this year.
Can you stop?
Why?
Yeah.
I can't never tell by your text if they're winning or losing.
Based off of
Like,
your
based
text.
off
I
your
Why?
thought
What do you
text.
mean?
They've lost every game this year.
You're a little aggressive when it comes to the
Meatball! Here it comes! Meatball!
Well, no. I was just pepping up Kyle Stowers because you were hosing him down the other day.
Why?
Because I was explaining that Kyle Stowers has a good eye, and you're like, he swung and missed on one pitch. You're like, some eye.
Well, isn't that how we do it?
Oppo Taco yesterday, dude.
Wait.
A 3-run
But wait.
bombski.
In all seriousness,
I'll take that.
right?
Yeah.
You can't tell me a guy's a contact hitter.
I didn't say he was a contact hitter.
So he had a good
Oh,
eye.
hello! Wow.
Yeah.
The world noticed.
Wow. I'm glad that you had to come in with a whole gaggle of people
Witnesses.
watching you late.
A gaggle.
Late. Late.
A fishbowl.
I'm glad people get to see you tardy on the train.
Is that better than a
Wow.
bird bath?
So anyway, I didn't say he was a contact hitter. I said he has a great
Good
eye.
eye.
He has a
Yeah,
great
great
eye.
Okay.
Good eye, mate.
You should have seen this pitch that he hit yesterday.
Great eye.
He has a great eye.
Yeah.
He's grown a lot. Last year, he was a whiffer. This year, guy
Well,
takes
you
walks.
can't bring my attention to the guy, and the first thing he does is whiff.
He was one pitch.
I'm just saying. You
Oppo
got me all
Taco.
excited about.
But speaking of whiffs,
Uh-oh.
this Max Meyer.
Mhm.
Wow. 14 strikeouts yesterday and 6 shutout innings.
Wow.
Hasn't been done since the likes of Randy Johnson.
Trade him.
What?
Sorry.
That's what's
You
gonna
know,
happen.
No,
how it
what are you
happens.
doing?
No, no. That's how it works. That is how it
It
works.
wa- I got to say,
Yeah.
we brought up our new catcher yesterday, Agustin Ramirez.
Oh, yes.
He looked good. Couple of hits for him. Got a
Yeah.
ground rule double.
Yeah.
Got his first hit with an infield single.
Prospects.
Is that the worst way to
He's
get
the guy
your-
we got for Jazz Chisholm.
Hey, is
Yep.
that the worst way to get your first hit?
Infield single.
Yeah.
A little anticlimactic. He got a real one, though.
You gotta that means that you gotta do some intangible crap to get on first base. Run hard,
He ran hard.
slide into the base or something crazy.
I gotta tell you, Peter Bendix may be onto something.
Oh,
He may be onto
is this
something.
is a retraction?
Perhaps I was too harsh. Maybe his nerd ways are starting to come together. Look, they're still under 500.
Was he here?
But they're a respectable watch.
Did he trade Jazz Chisholm, or was Jazz traded before?
No, he traded him.
He traded him. Okay.
Sent his ass to the Yankees. But this is the guy he got for him.
Okay.
Agustin Ramirez.
Okay. And here's the thing.
And he's a hitting catcher.
About baseball, like how good a guy is, or when he's gonna play in the big leagues, has nothing to do with his talent. It's about the control. It's about who's playing in front of him. So when you make these trades for prospects, you really don't know, except what you've heard. Oh, he's on the top. He's one of the top 10 prospects. Oh, he's this, he's that.
I'm also used to like all these prospects coming up and hitting like
120.
120. Like nobody comes on and makes a great first impression. And I feel like the guys who are coming up, they're like, oh, these guys are actually doing things.
I mean, Yelich, wasn't Yelich traded?
Dude, that was 15 years. How long was Yelich ago?
I mean, that's all I got.
Like that. How long was that?
That's all I got.
What are you doing?
That's all I got.
Yelich.
Why, wait a minute. Why are you
Crow days?
besmirching?
This is a new era. A new era is
besmirching Yelich. He didn't do nothing.
You besmirched Yelich. You
I
brought
did
him up
not.
out of nowhere.
I brought him up
And he was a punch and Judy hitter when he first brought up.
because he was young.
I
I said that. Remember, this is how it all started with your mouth. Way back then.
I spoke the truth.
And then you had to eat a street bird.
Crow days.
By the way, I'm telling you, something about these fish. I don't know. There's something about them. Well, once the Sandy gets it together, all right, let's say hopefully.
He ain't getting no sleep right now.
But if he gets it together, and then we got Yuri Perez, now we got Yuri,
Yeah.
Sandy, Max Meyer, and I gotta tell you,
Oh, you included Max Meyer in this because
Max Meyer's
a
been
couple
amazing.
weeks ago.
Max Meyer's been amazing.
Okay.
Max
All right.
Meyer's been amazing. He's been their best pitcher, bar none. One of the best pitchers in the league.
Yeah.
Oh.
And here's the dirty little secret, boys
Uh-oh.
and girls. Fish hit a little bit. They're putting up some runskis.
Honestly, they're doing way better than I thought they would.
They're putting up
season.
some runskis. Even the other game, they were getting the doors blown off them. They score, 6 of the 9th. They make it respectable 11-10. Not too bad. It's a watchable product.
That's the most important thing. Even though you don't know anybody, you're getting to know them. This is like meeting your new neighbors.
We'll take a break. 15 minutes of heat. Our old friend Michael McCullough is going to stop by. Tell us about all the playoff happenings this weekend at the Heat's house. That's next.
there's the cool Rewind feature where you can listen to any part of any show you might have missed anytime. Get it now and make WQAM your favorite station.
15 minutes of heat here for you, brought to you by Hollywood Kia. At Hollywood Kia, the #1 Kia dealer in all of Florida. Get the star treatment. We want to see you in a Hollywood Kia. Visit them online at hollywoodkia.com. Miami Heat, they'll be back on the practice court today, taking on, as they get ready for Game 2 of the Cleveland Cavaliers tomorrow night. And it's Duncan Robinson's birthday today. Happy birthday to Duncan Robinson. Wish it was a game day. Typically, Duncan Robinson lights it up on his birthday. That's become a meme on Heat Twitter. Whenever he had one of these games on his birthday, Leroy lit it up from downtown, and forever, whenever Duncan Robinson goes off, we say happy birthday, Duncan. So today, I'd imagine he's gonna have a good practice.
Good practice?
Yeah, I don't know.
Dude, I can tell you, in all of my years playing football, high school, college, NFL, I've never got done with practice and went, that was good practice by me today.
I don't believe you.
No.
I don't believe you. I think you've had good practices.
I mean, I'm not saying I haven't had them, but I'm saying I didn't at the end of that practice go.
You didn't give yourself
Let's
a pat in the back?
No, I balled out today.
Let us bring on Executive Vice President, Chief Marketing Officer of your Miami Heat, Michael McCullough, joining us there as the Miami Heat getting set for the playoffs. They'll be back in the Heat's house coming up on Saturday. Michael, thank you for the time. Really appreciate it.
Thank you. It's always great to be here. And Leroy, does it count like if you walk out of the office and you say, man, that's a great show today? Like, you give yourself credit for that or no?
No, I think because you're in it, right? And you're working and you're just having fun or doing whatever I never look back and go, whoo, balled out today. You know what I'm saying? It's a weird thing, right? Like, just imagine you walk into your car and somebody says hi to you, you go, I killed it today. Right? It's just it's a weird thing in sports. Like, even when, like, a lot of times when you talk to players or whatever, even if they had a 50 spot on game day, they really never after the game and say, I killed it today. It's just not right? I don't know. I can't explain it.
I always say I kill it when I have a great show, which is basically every day. I'm very confident.
I mean, says you.
That's all I need. That's all I need, Mike. You ever do that after a meeting? You ever be like, you're like, we have a new thing we're rolling out, and be like, nailed that.
No.
You know what I mean? It sounds weird, right? It does. It's
a little strange. Clearly, you give yourself credit like when you accomplish something, but you're right. Like on a day-to-day basis, you're like you got your head down and you're doing your job.
Right.
Exactly. All right, Michael. So we are here. It took to the very bitter end. It took till overtime, but the Miami Heat are back in the playoffs. What were your emotions watching on Friday night when they punched their ticket and Davion Mitchell was going crazy?
Well, you guys have been around this franchise long enough to know, like, everybody here is wired to win and to think that winning is like the only way. So, you can look at all these different scenarios and everything, but when they were playing Friday night, like, I'm yelling and screaming at the TV because I want to win. Like, right. I want to make the playoffs. We make the playoffs around here. That's what we do. And I would much rather be a team that is always competing and challenging and trying to make the playoffs than a team that's not.
So Saturday night or Saturday afternoon, we got our first of two coming on up here. So for Heat fans interested in going, what do we got lined up here for these next two games?
Well, first things first, you got to get your tickets. Heat.com/postseason tickets if you don't have tickets, number one. Number two, at 1:00 start is early for Heat Nation. That's an early start. So, set your alarm, get your breakfast,
get off the beach,
pastelitos, whatever it takes. get yourself to the building. Look, the one good thing is we should not have a lot of traffic Saturday morning trying to get to the building at 1 p.m. So I don't want to hear the excuses of traffic and all that sort of stuff. Get your butt in your seat, come with your white hot gear on, and let's get ready to ball.
Yeah, Marcos, white hot. Stop trying to get back to the old stuff like you were doing the other day where you're like, I missed the red zone.
Sometimes you gotta play the hits, dude. You know, remember Back in Black? That was fun, Michael. Maybe
and you're right. That's how it started, right? There was a progression. We started with Back in Black, figured out we had something. The next year we went to red. It worked. But when we went white hot in 2006, we all know what happened.
Yeah, correct.
You don't go away from that. You always play the hits, and you don't go away from something like that. So until further notice, we will be white hot every time we get to the playoffs. And look, for us, nobody does this better in any NBA market than Heat Nation. And you guys all know our fans catch a lot of for a lot of different reasons. Notwithstanding the fact that we are number one in ticket sales in the entire NBA. So it's all a myth. But our fans walk in the door, they are dressed, ready for the assignment. Like, they understand the assignment. They know, I need to walk in white hot. It's not about, waiting till they get to the game and putting on the giant, 2X T-shirt that we put on the seat. It's about walking in prepared, like JFig. JFig's ready. She's already ready.
I wore this just for you today.
I appreciate that. But you look around the office today, everybody's wearing anything but white. Because they know, like, tomorrow it's time to ball out, wear your white hot. For the people in the office, by the way, who forget to dress appropriately, we have these big, like, 6X white T-shirts that say,
"Oh, you ready? You make wear it."
I forgot my white hot shirt, and they got to wear it all day.
It's a shame T-shirt.
It's the shame shirt.
It's a shame shirt. Absolutely, absolutely. We don't play around here.
It's my son's favorite time of year because he loves white hot Bernie. Like, that's literally like his like Bernie goes into full white hot mode. He's like, he keeps telling me every year, Michael, he's like, when do they start selling the white hot Bernies? I'm like, I don't think that's a thing. This is literally only an idea that you've come up with where you want a stuffed white hot Bernie to go along with your regular Bernie that you have.
Mike, this guy is hilarious because notice how he's tried to find another way to get his ideas across to you.
No, that's not true. I actually have another idea. This has been a 4-year.
Mike, every time we talk to you, he goes, Mike, hear me out.
I actually have something for that.
He says, Tommy had a great idea.
This has been a mission of his for years. He wants white hot Bernies.
Is this really his idea, or is this yours?
Swear to God, Mike. Like, I can't take credit for such genius of white hot Bernies in the souvenir shop. That's a gold mine. You got to admit.
It's not the first time you've mentioned it, so I will back you up there.
Don't use the kids.
He's coming in on Thursday for Take Your Kid to Work Day. You can grill him.
All right.
He's been down. He loves white hot Bernie. There's just he's like, there's just something about him. He's like, it just brings a little extra for the postseason. Are we doing new intro? Like, we got anything? Any bells and whistles coming out on?
Yeah, I'm glad you asked. We actually have a really, really cool intro sequence that we've been working on. Actually, as soon as I get off this call, we're going into the bowl and we're testing it. So I'm super excited about this. It's going to be different. We're messing with the timing of things a little bit to keep everybody on their toes. But I think what we have planned is going to help us set the tone in the building. And that's the point of the intro, right? You want to set that tone in the building. You want to get people kind of hyped up, get the players hyped up. We think this is going to accomplish that.
I like it. This is going to be a heck of a time. Get your tickets now, everybody, at heat.com. Again, early start coming up Saturday, 1 o'clock. That means get your mimosas, your breakfast, and head on over to the Heat's house.
Or just go right to the game from space.
Right, exactly. Just do it all night.
Just do it like, but the energy in the building to keep you up.
Well, that's not out of the question, Leroy, because you know how close we are to space. Right?
Yes, I know. I
actually drive past space on the way to work, and I'm like, yeah, come on, y'all, let's go.
You'll be I'll be getting down there at like 10:30. I'll be like, yep, that person's stumbling out.
Yeah.
They got their wear jersey on. They're ready to go.
Yeah.
They brought.
Speaking of space, if you want to get your game on with other Heat fans tomorrow night, we will be at Ball and Chain for our road rally for Game 2. So the road rally's at Ball and Chain on Cayocho for Game 2. So if you like to party up with Heat fans, please show up there. I, of course, will be at home on my spot on the couch. This is not a group event for me. Road games are you got your ritual, and I stick to it.
Can't wait. Series hasn't even started yet, Michael. Doesn't start till you went on the road anyway.
True.
You know, so it was a house money game this past game, coming off that stretch. Game 2.
Your sports logic.
I'm telling you, that's exactly how I watch. Now my stress level will be much higher the second game because like now I know it's like all right, now we can swing the game, take home court advantage. I know what's at stake, Leroy. This is not my first rodeo in playoff series.
Yeah, and for the last 8 years, your response to anything regarding the series is Heat and 5.
That's right. And what's the problem?
Mike, you know you have friends like this, right?
Yes, I know.
You try to be reasonable.
I appreciate it. I appreciate the I think somebody, I can't remember who it was. It might have been it was somebody on the air said you have to have that irrational confidence. And Tobin's got that irrational confidence that sometimes you need in these playoff situations.
You do. It's like you have to talk yourself into Ty Jerome's never going to do that again. Even if he's a 6th man of the year candidate, you're like, he's never going to do that again. Like you just and you're like, Khalil Ware is going to be Kareem next game. It's like it's all if you don't come with that mentality, Leroy. I mean, what's the point? You got, especially when you have 2 days off. There's a lot of things you got to talk yourself into
or out of.
Exactly, Michael. Exactly. Michael McCullough, thank you for joining us. We appreciate it. Road Rally at Ball and Chain tomorrow night.
And heat.com/postseason tickets, 1 p.m. on Saturday. Y'all be there and wear your white hot.
There you go. Looking forward to it. Thank you, Michael.
Thanks
Mike.
Mike.
Be good. Have a great day.
All right, we'll take a break here on the
Why are you
program.
embarrassed to show in front of Mike all the time with your craziness?
I don't feel like I am
And
embarrassed.
then you
I
put
think
it
he
on
likes
Tommy.
it. Dude, I swear to God, though, that is the truth. I can even tell you why. Because one time, actually, I will say, shout out to Lorenzo. Lorenzo got White Hot Bernie to have a sign for Tommy before the game.
I remember.
But
that.
he's been talking about the White Hot Bernie plush forever.
That right there got him too.
It did.
Right.
It did. But it doesn't mean he stops asking about it. Because I was explaining the other day. I said, yeah, he plebs. He goes, White Hot Bernie? I said, yep. He goes, did they start selling those yet?
One day.
I should have pitched Vice Grip. What was I thinking?
What?
Vice Grip.
What the hell is Vice Grip?
It's like White Hot, but better.
So it's just Vice?
Yeah.
Vice Hot?
Yeah. Oh, Vice Hot. Damn, that's a little bit better.
You know what's weird about basketball is that usually the white is the home jersey. In football, the dark is the home jersey.
Well, now they just do whatever rules they want.
I don't know because the Dolphins, I feel like wear the.
No, you can pick. You can pick. Here's how it works. Now, when I tell you this, it's really true.
Mm-hmm.
If the Cleveland Browns come to Miami in them dark brown jerseys, Miami will wear white, and they'll make them wear their dark jerseys in the sun. So you can pick and choose. We used to do it in Cleveland.
I feel like Dolphins always wear white though. I don't know. I just always
because when these
100 degrees
when these
outside.
northern teams come down,
yeah,
you want to be in your white and you want them in their dark.
Not anymore. You know what? Getting too relaxed on that bench there.
The Heat basically don't wear their regular white jerseys until the playoffs now.
Yeah,
like
they wore
not really. They've been wearing Vice all season. Like that was a big thing when they went back to Vice when they were supposed. I think they're called their association jerseys.
Yeah,
that's they went to those. They scrapped the one. Now I don't know. Maybe they're doing that for the playoffs too.
Ooh,
but
have we ever seen Vice in playoffs? I don't think so.
That's a good question.
Now, do they go Vice white or do they go regular white? Like just the white with the black and red?
I think they're going to their normal jerseys.
Right.
Get Michael McCullough back on the line.
Gotcha. That should have been a good question, though.
That would have been a good question.
Instead of
fumbled.
But he's doing fun things now. He's testing out the bells and whistles. We can't get him back.
I think we could get him back.
Hey.
All right, we'll just be surprised.
Why?
He is right about the space people, though. Like they are going to be stumbling out of that.
Yes,
for sure.
Yes.
10:30 cheeks just walking down the streets.
Many weekends I've been dropped off at the golf course.
A lot of shoes and hands
from Spade.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm telling you, when we went to Vegas during that festival at the the racetrack.
Yeah, the one that DJ Khaled got booed at.
Yeah, I'm telling you. First of all, when we checked in, there was more cheeks in line than like whoa, where are they going? It was
I wouldn't know.
huh?
I wouldn't know.
You never been to Vegas?
No.
What are you looking at me for? What?
I mean, you got the connects.
There's no fights right now.
I know. The next fight is in June.
Maybe. I don't know.
Really?
They haven't announced it yet.
Yeah. We don't. The thing is that
They've been
we'll-
doing it on like 2 weeks' notice now,
right.
too.
We're here about a fight that's coming, but we don't really know when. And then they'll call like 2 weeks before.
Listen, hey, Martin, next fight, invite the whole crew out, dude. Bring us all out.
That's
Yeah.
it. That's it.
I know you're
Yeah.
listening, dude.
Please.
Come on,
That's
Mark.
it.
Messi's the GOAT.
Come on.
That's my ass kissing.
That's it.
Yeah. Does he live down here?
No,
Oh, okay.
he's here sometimes, but
I feel like he
Nick,
doesn't live
here.
anywhere.
he's a man on the. He's a man. Yeah, he's wherever he's got to translate.
That's
What
I thought.
what if we work something out,
Hmm?
get him 2 tickets to
To what?
Miami?
Inter Miami?
We don't have tickets anymore. They're not our. We're not on. We don't have the pinks.
I can.
We can
Dude,
find a
Come
way, okay?
on. What are
you
you
doing?
doing,
The same way they
guy?
can find a way
What are you
for
doing?
us.
Come on. What are you know who you're
I can
talking
get-
to?
Let me tell you something.
This is
I can
Leroy
get.
Horn.
And this is the honest truth. I can get taken care of
Hmm?
and hooked up by everybody except the people in this building.
Mm,
So that might be an advantage.
interesting.
If I had somebody here for tickets, yes, exactly. So if it's not,
That was a tumbleweed.
I heard it. I heard it.
if it's not, if it's possible to ask somebody else, we got a better chance. So next time he comes down, let me know. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm very
You're
distracted
listening,
because
so let us know.
my wife is on a field trip right now at a zoo,
Ooh.
and she goes, "Check this out. It's a zonkey."
Yeah.
She goes,
A zombie donkey.
"No."
No, a zebra and a
Oh.
She
a
said,
zebra and a donkey, you
Okay.
ass.
Sorry.
Hey, what is that?
He's an ass.
hey, what is it?
Honestly,
Hey,
I'd rather
that-
see that.
That
so I'm
that
with you,
commercial,
Marcos.
that commercial. Hey, get off your ass. That Badu commercial.
She goes, "It's a zonkey. Donkey impregnated a zebra. It looks like a donkey wearing zebra striped socks."
Mm. That's impressive.
Wait, is it the little one?
Yeah,
The brown one?
Yeah,
Yeah, look at the
Yeah,
legs.
they have stripes.
right there.
The legs.
See,
Oh wow.
Striped socks.
Just
So what
is
striped
it?
legs.
horny donkey.
Horny donkey indeed.
How about that?
Wow.
Horny donkeys only here on Tobin and Leroy.
I mean, could you imagine? That's crazy. That's like if me and Mel had a kid and the legs were white. Right?
Why would you?
I'm just saying. Wait, is that not what that is that not what the
I couldn't see clearly.
right? A zebra and a donkey have a kid and the legs are striped? Just the legs?
Wow.
Wait, just the legs?
Just the legs.
Mm.
Maybe they're wearing socks.
Jay Goddess says a donkey did have babies with a dragon on Trek. Very horny animal, apparently.
That's true. Mm.
Nate South says, "I really worry about Marcos sometimes."
You're not the only one.
Take a break. Back with more of this.
Brains.
Tonight.
Ice, baby.
You know what starts tonight, Leroy?
What?
The road to repeat, dude. Brought to us by our friends over at Celsius. Hockey fans, don't sit this one out when it's game time. Make Celsius a party play and get that energy up. Game day is fueled by Celsius Essential Energy Drinks, the official energy drink of
your Florida Panthers.
I've been drinking mine already this morning, so I don't have the cool cracked open a can
What do you
sound
got? You
effect.
an OG.
I really like this flavor. Watermelon lemonade.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Watermelon.
Wow. I got to tell you, that's not an intangible flavor.
Nope.
Nope.
I don't
He
really know
switched
what are
over
the
from
intangible
strawberry to
flavors.
that one.
Huh?
What are the intangible flavors? It's
Not-
better than strawberry jam.
Hey,
Really?
wait, you ready? Non-carbonated blueberry lemon.
Yeah.
The ones that are over there.
Yeah, I agree. with
Or not purple.
that. They do have a carbonated one though
Hey.
too.
Not purple.
Grape.
See, purple is but that Concord grape crap.
What is
Any
Concord?
flavor.
What is Concord?
I don't know, but you know that when you think you drinking purple and it's Concord grape flavored, it throws you off, right?
Ah, it's a kind of grape.
No, it is a grape.
Man,
Nah.
my son gets to pet a kangaroo right now. So jealous.
What?
What field trip is this? This is awesome.
Did they
Hey.
just come back from an Easter vacation? They go
Hey,
straight to
can
a
I
field
just
trip?
say something? Oh, a little one. He ain't. I'm thinking he's trying to box one of them swole ones.
Yeah. Got it. By the way, I have an answer. Just regular white jerseys. No vice.
Ah,
So the black and yeah.
Yeah, the white with the red letters.
Yep.
That's what we got for the games. No more vice, I'd imagine. Unless they brought some maybe a mojo changer or something like that. I don't know.
A mojo changer.
You always got to leave room for a mojo changer.
A mojo changer.
Yeah, a mojo changer.
No, you can't
Why?
because they have to put that in the system like well in advance.
Do
What
they?
they're wearing. Yes.
Why?
You don't just can't go a rando
You
jersey.
just can't wear the same jersey as the
No.
other team.
a lot of sport.
If
Like
you, hold on.
and wait, to wear white for home games,
Mhm.
you have to put it in.
Okay,
in
but
the
if you're wearing white, right? What's
Doesn't
the-
matter what version of
Yeah,
white.
exactly. That's my question.
That's a good one. That's a good one because
See?
you
Not
know
so
I've only
stupid.
had one white uniform.
you guys didn't really stretch the limit a lot in Cleveland.
It's kind of hard with him wearing a pumpkin on your head. Like I remember one time when everybody had those hideous throwback jerseys, those throwback uniforms.
Oh, yeah.
From
Mhm.
so I always thought, wow, if Cleveland did throwback, that means we're gonna do like the orange pants with the white, tops and like or the orange jerseys. I'm like, wow, I can't wait to do that. Change it up a little bit. We go, Bill, what's our throwback jerseys? He goes, you're wearing them.
What a curmudgeon. Well, listen, hey, Bill better get ready for college because college doesn't up
Oh.
with the jerseys.
look, and no, now he's different. Now you're gonna have matching everything because his boo thing is gonna be responsible for those things.
Probably.
Listen, no, stop.
What?
He doesn't have a
Leroy.
He's got a
You
squeeze.
you think he's calling her boo?
I definitely think he does call her Boo or Bay.
No, I think it's like schnuckle muffins or something like that. I think he's in that level for sure. He has her in a trench coat with a clipboard on. Like, you don't think they're saying some
Hey.
sort of cute little
No, more like
I mean,
French. Little
He's
muffin.
dating someone that if she were dating his son would seem old.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
for sure.
Yep.
All right. Do you? Like, I don't have a problem. Do you? Do you? Not listen.
Maybe he calls her a dime package. Come on, that's a point.
That's pretty good.
That's a point. That's a point.
Come
Huh?
on.
You like it.
Point
Dude.
for
Could you imagine?
Tobin.
Say, Bill, what are you doing after the game? Go have a nice dinner with my dime piece. and then on to Cincinnati.
So the Panthers are back on the ice tonight. 8:30 is your puck drop from Amalie Arena. Got two arenas that are very similar here. Amalie, Amarant Bank.
Amway.
Yeah, it's very too much Tampa. But anyway, 8:30. Of course, a big time rivalry. Last year, Cats in 5 against the Lightning.
Yeah.
The highlight of that series was, of course, the Bobbery, right? Like that was the the thing we all remember
Yeah.
from Cats Bolts last year was Sergei Bobrovsky with the greatest save we've ever seen.
Yep.
Out of the zone, Cirelli, and he's going to take this into the Panthers zone. Has a man trailing in. Let a shot go wide off the inboard. Played up front. Stamkos back. And what a save, Bobrovsky! Bobrovsky with the trapper to deny Dumba, the defenseman who was open in front with a yawning cage. Sergei Bobrovsky displaying acrobatics to keep this game tied at 2. The fans here at Amerant Bank Arena can't believe what they just saw. That display of goaltending and gymnastics from Sergei Bobrovsky.
Absolutely diabolical. How did he come up with that?
Unbelievable. I still get the goosies. Like, I just got the goosies.
I mean,
like, it was so cool.
Just seeing it.
Oh, my
like
God.
how, like, yeah.
That was good. He's good. I mean,
How did
he's
he not win the Vezina?
I don't know. The thing that it wasn't even annoying that he didn't win it. It's the fact that they made him fly out to Las Vegas the next day.
Yeah.
Like, he just won the Stanley Cup. We need you there, Bob. Please.
Which would, like, if you say we need you there, that's almost saying you won it.
Right.
Right. Like, yeah. If not,
I know, like,
they could have very easily said, just stay and party. You just want
McDavid didn't even come out for the Conn Smythe. Was it that important Bob was there as a nominee?
Like, first of all, no, he didn't win.
Well, he didn't win, but they gave it to him. I saw that video afterwards. Oh, he was sad afterwards.
Yeah. I'm trying to think.
Connor McDavid cares about hockey.
Was the saddest I ever was in sports. It wasn't even a championship game. I was too numb. I was just numb. I couldn't.
Was it 3-13 then? Like, was it like a point when you got to like 3-9? You were just done?
Nah, that's not even the worst part about that season. We won our first game.
Whoosh. Who'd you beat?
Pittsburgh. That's the only time I beat Pittsburgh. I think we maybe won.
What a false sense of security that was.
We maybe won one other time. Keep in mind, before I got there, they had gone to like 3 of the last 4 AFC championship games. So I'm thinking, whoo, got a winner.
That's cool.
Not so much because we had the oldest team in the NFL and it looked like it.
Caught up with you.
Guys smoking cigarettes.
Paul Maurice was asked about at practice the idea of the Panthers and Heat going on at the same time and South Florida being a vibe. This is what the Cats head coach had to say.
Are we pulling it out this year? It just really, I mean, what does that entail? It's like an inflatable pool and like a keg. Is that what we're going with? Oh, yeah. All right. Let's start small, George. Inflatable pool, then a 6-pack. All right. We'll charge a lot for them. And then we'll just see if we can kind of let it grow, but we don't want to put an in-ground pool in just yet. Just patience. Fun though, right? Having both teams. Sports in South Florida been pretty exciting. My experience, I know there's lots of stuff going on, and that's great for the fans. It's the right time of year. Get to be about 95, and there's basketball and hockey. What else is there?
Oof, that's good.
Now,
2-1 filthy.
He should have went on to say our seasons have lasted much longer. These last 3.
Well, the last 2, yes, they have.
No, 3.
2. Well, they were even.
They went to the finals.
Mm-hmm.
The finals.
The Panthers have been to the last 2 Stanley Cups.
Right, and now
1 year they were both in the finals.
Oh, that was finals, Final Four.
That was crazy.
That was with FAU.
Mm-hmm.
That was with Miami. The women went to the Elite 8.
Yep.
Right?
That was nuts.
That was crazy. Then we had the NBA Finals and Stanley Cup.
But he is definitely right now. The Panthers are upholding the honor. There's no doubt about that.
Yes.
There's no doubt about that.
Yes. I mean, you think this will be their toughest trip, right? Like, even like I get they won the President's Cup and lost in the first round.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm saying this will be their tough, because listen, after a while, right? Even if you don't win, everybody's chasing your style. Everybody's trying to match what you do. Everybody goes into a series saying, this is what beat us last year.
Sure.
We got to be more physical or whatever. We got to control the puck more. We got to do all these things as a result of us losing the last time. And when
pressure's on them. Pressure's on them too. Like it's like when you're the champs, you're taking on like you're in a different spot. Like Tampa Bay is almost, even if they finished ahead of you, it's still like, but I don't feel like anybody believes in Tampa.
They beat Tampa the last 2 years. Like they beat their nemesis. Like they had to go through Carolina and Tampa 1 year.
No, they beat them last year. They didn't play them the year before that.
They didn't play them year before that. So but
they smoked them last year.
Right. So just think about it. That like if you're a Tampa Bay Lightning coach or whatever, you putting that up there and 4-1. Wasn't even like, now
top hats and monocles.
You know what you got to do. You know what you have to do. You know the type of intensity you have to play with.
Just feels like we've cracked the goalie code with them. Like Vasilevsky used to haunt me. We could never.
He's really good.
No, he is really. He's a legend.
But here's the thing, though. Like the thing I appreciate about the Panthers is win or lose, they are relentless when they on the offensive end, right? Like I've never seen. Like sometimes it's like a minute and a half where just consistently just pounding the puck at the goalie. So at some point, even if they don't score a bunch of goals, it's going to happen because of how aggressive and how physical they are. Teams have now started to match that intensity, and there's periods during a game where that same pressure and heat is on Bob.
Vasilevsky's only 30. How's he not 40?
He's been in the league. He's been there for a minute, right?
Damn.
I mean, it seems like we've been talking about him the same period of time we've been talking about Bob.
Right? I'm never surprised that anybody's younger than Bob, but he's much younger than Bob. Oh, well. Guess what? Daddy arrives tonight, dude. Top Russian goalie. You could take your Shesterkins. You could take your
think anybody from down here is going up to that game?
I'd imagine so. That was more of a there was definitely more of a Cats takeover last year.
Was it 4 hours? Tampa's 4 hours?
Yeah. Only been to Tampa once.
Really?
Yeah.
I was when the Super Bowl was there, I was invited to do some stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then when they told me I had to stay on the boat.
That was Jacksonville though, wasn't it?
Oh, that was Jacksonville.
Yeah.
No. Where they told me where I was staying, I was like, no, thank you.
Anytime you can get out of going to Jacksonville, you've won.
I'm like, holy smokes. They had boats. And they thought that was a good idea.
Take a break. Hour Tua is next.
Leroy. Because who's going to get past Bob? Like, that's the real question.
It's our Tua. It's our Tua. It's our Tua. Tua, Tua, Tua. Tagovailoa. Not
Tua Tagovailoa.
A for effort. Dolphins quarterback.
Tua.
It's our Tua. It's our Tua.
Tua.
Tua, Tua, Tua. Tua, Tua, Tua. Can go to hell. Tua Tagovailoa. Dolphins quarterback. Daddy loves you guys.
Our Tua with Tobin and Leroy.
Check the history of food.
Hour 2 of the program, ladies and gentlemen. Tobin and Leroy here with you, 560 WQAM. Let's get to your headlines here. Brought to you by Doral Hyundai. At Doral Hyundai, choose over 1,300 new Hyundai miles in inventory with Tucson, Sonata, and Palisade. Remember, when it comes to Hyundai, the great deals are at Doral Hyundai. The Marlins, they opened up their series against the Reds with a 6-3 win. Eric Wagaman. Wags touching all the bags, dude.
Whoa.
He went deep. Kyle Stowers, little Stour power. He went Oppo Taco for the fish.
Wagaman was in. Does that mean that there was a left-handed pitcher?
Nervous,
Wow,
sitting down. It's all right, though. If you're going to hit home runs, I can't complain about it.
Come on.
Can't complain. I will say, though, Wagaman, they don't make base runners like they used to. All right? They don't make base runners like they used to. And people used to know how to get into pickles to extend things. And I just feel like today people just go, oh, I'm in the rundown, tag me out. Nobody wants to give effort anymore on the base paths.
What? And what?
What?
That's what that text was about?
Yes.
Oh, my God.
He goes, first of all, the Marlins are big on the go on contact thing. It's not worked like 4 times this year. And so I'm just like, hey, could you get in a little bit of a run? Let's extend this puppy so we have it going around the horn and we can get some base runners to move up.
That's called small ball.
Is it?
Is it?
Wow.
Yeah, it's baseball intangibles.
Yeah.
Like, let's go. But it's just like, no, he got me. Boot, tag out. I get it, though.
So you're saying he's supposed to get in some sort of pickle that would allow.
Never played pickle as a kid?
Why do they call it a pickle?
Is that what it is?
Right? There's
Tough
so
situation.
many other words that seem that.
I imagine some guy with the first name Red, like Red Barber on the broadcast back then. Oh, he's calling a pickle.
Oh, yeah.
But I still don't.
It's a tough situation. A pickle's a tough situation. So when you're yeah.
I think pickles are delicious.
I don't.
You don't like pickles? Oh, yeah. You don't
hate pickles.
I used to not like pickles.
Hey,
then I
this
went to
dude
Nashville
here,
and then things changed.
every time we go somewhere to eat, if we get a burger,
Nashville pickle.
that is the first thing he says.
Pickles.
No
Like, and I can't be any clearer about this.
Yeah.
Pickles can go to hell.
Wow.
Yep.
Are you like can't even touch my burger?
I don't like it.
Yeah.
Like, when they throw the spare pickle into the fries, I'm like, what'd you do that for? Especially if you got a leaky pickle.
Wait, once you cut it, it's leaky.
on your burger
Once you cut it, it leaks.
Yeah.
So here's the first thing he does with his burger.
Pickle check.
Inspection.
I used to do that. Now I just
I
leave
know.
it there.
You know what I hate? Burgers, love them. The big ass piece of lettuce they put on there that makes all of this, all of the crap slide off the bun.
What am I, a giraffe?
Right. Like the shredded lettuce, okay. But when they just put that big piece of lettuce and then when you bite, everything goes out the
You ever
back
go
end.
feed a giraffe at the Miami Zoo? How much that big piece of lettuce they give? So the thing can go with its
Do
tongue.
you have to go up on the thing to feed them?
Yeah.
Yes.
They don't.
At Miami Zoo, there's like a little platform. Lion Country Safari, there's a whole ramp to go up to a tower to feed them. Brevard Zoo, they have like an uppity place where there's a bunch of Redford lemurs.
Wow.
You can see, but they're also next to the giraffes.
You're a zoo goer.
I love the zoo.
Yeah. Nice. I think that's perfect.
That was better than when we had the lemur.
Oh, yeah.
In studio?
Yeah, we had a lemur in
Yeah.
studio.
That's cool.
He had his feet were like
Why doesn't
felt
that
like
guy
a leather
come back on the
jacket.
show?
Which guy?
He's always
He's
in
no
the
longer
other-
he's no longer with us, JFig.
Wait,
Wow.
no,
R.I.P.
No.
So
Like the guy from the zoo. I forgot his name.
Oh, Ron McGill. We've never had Ron McGill.
We've
on our
never
show.
had Ron
Really?
McGill.
I feel
We
like
had the guy
he's
from
always-
Parrot Island.
Yeah,
He's literally everywhere.
and
in
he
every station of
he
ours.
recently passed.
Oh no.
Rest in peace to Todd. He was a listener. We loved him.
Yeah.
Oh man. Lemur? Cool.
Oh no.
It's a boomafoo.
What?
It's a show I used to watch PBS.
I was watching last night. There was a Netflix show on the pangolin. I was enjoying that.
The what?
Pangolin. It's an armored anteater type creature.
Oh man!
And there's a whole special on this guy. He's trying to introduce.
Hey, woo! I thought it was a type of penguin. Like when you said armored anteater,
I believe it's the most poached animal on the earth.
What?
Really?
A lot of people like to think their scales have medicinal purposes.
And they
so
eat them? Or
they like mix them into medicines or whatever.
Oh.
So I believe it's the most poached animal on earth, or most trafficked animal on earth. The pangolin.
The scales look like an armor that's like
that's what he
drawn
just said.
on. It doesn't look real. It looks like a
No, it looks like an alien. It's crazy, and then, like it walks on its two legs. It's pretty crazy.
Walks on his two legs.
Yeah, but like because you would think like an armadillo like walks on like its four legs. No, this guy walks up. He walks legs up and is just like kind of walking around like a little alien.
He's very mischievous though.
He is. He's very
mischievous,
mischievous,
I
and their
do
tongue's
see
very
that.
long. Like it makes Marcos's tongue look normal. Look at that.
Huh?
Look at Marcos's tongue.
Stop.
Oh no, you look at
Yeah.
dude.
Rothschild says
It looks
Tobin.
like he has a fruit roll up in his mouth.
Rothschild says Tobin is a little child.
Yes, you just figured that out.
I don't think that's fair.
Like when Tommy comes on Thursday.
Oh my goodness, the tongue. I'm looking at pictures.
Oh really?
Yep, eats ants.
Ah,
Can you get a picture for our audience, JFig?
Do I really have to?
I think people would like it on the YouTube and Twitch. You guys could get us there, Miami 560 WQAM.
I can still just keep sticking out my tongue if you want.
Pretty close, to be honest.
You're a frogolin.
Pretty close.
The Heat, they end up with the 20th overall pick in the tiebreaker draft drawing.
So they have their pick and the 20th.
They don't have their pick. Their pick went to OKC because they made the playoffs. So they have their, but now there's no unprotected pick next year. Trade for Zion.
Ooh. Would you like to hear a brief history?
I got a pick.
Of,
You ready?
number 20.
So that's what you think that pick is definitely going to trade for somebody.
Next year's pick?
Yeah. But not Zion. Please.
Why not?
Please.
What if it wasn't a first round pick? What if it was just taking him off the hands?
No, because you're still gonna have to give him something.
What if he
They're
ends
gonna
up,
want
what
young
if he's
talent.
our Kawhi? What if he's our Kawhi?
He's not, no, dude, you can't. Do you know how ridiculous it is and absolutely tragic if what you've had a problem with the last 3 years you go sign up for again?
It's different though.
No, it's
different.
not!
It is different because you're taking
How is it different?
You're taking a bet on youth.
No.
Yes.
You know what? It's what is it called? The definition of
Insanity.
insanity is doing the same thing.
It's not the same thing.
It is the same.
It's not the
thing.
same thing.
If you sign it, if you sign a injured player, are you not?
But it's not guaranteed.
No,
It's,
you're the person.
no.
You're the person that signs up for the same thing. No, but this time it'll be different. That is the definition of insanity.
There's a pangolin.
No.
Yes.
Really?
Look at that.
Look at this.
Up to no good.
And that's like half of
wait.
its length.
His tongue comes out of his nose almost.
Yeah.
It doesn't like. Oh
no,
no,
because you're
And I'm telling you, that's like
that's a
That's
foot.
his foot. Yeah.
It looks like his mouth.
Right.
This is only his foot.
yeah. Telling you, dude. Pangolins.
Sneaky.
Wow.
So no, that looks like a what's the thing is the fruit. It's green, but it has the scales on it.
Okay, hold
Oh,
on.
my
What's
bad.
this?
It's me, Ryan Fitzpatrick.
What is it? What is it? Not an avocado, but
Want to see if you
it's
notice.
green and it has looks scales on it, just like that. And people like
I don't know.
I can't think of it.
I'm not sure. I'm not
Passion
sure.
fruit.
No, it's not. You just threw it away,
No,
man.
dragon fruit, dragon.
no,
No.
dragon. What's that artichoke?
Oh,
Artichoke. I've never seen what an artichoke
Artichoke.
looks
Yeah.
like. You
you
know.
serious?
Pull up an artichoke.
Oh, you know what? I know what an artichoke looks like.
Artichoke.
Yeah. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Man.
You notice, I'm gonna be honest with you. I have no idea what artichoke looks like because I ain't eating it.
NBA playoffs.
Way too green.
Pistons even up their series with the Knicks. They win 194. Clippers defeat the Nuggets 105-102. Kawhi with 39 points.
Kawhi looked like he could be the best person in the league if he played like that.
That's the temptation. That is Kawhi Leonard.
Yes.
That is the temptation.
It makes you they go, oh,
every 4 years he comes by and goes, guess what? I'm the greatest player there's ever been.
I mean, he didn't miss.
He's incredible.
Like, see, I would be more understanding, even though I would be against it.
You wouldn't be understanding if you were a Clippers fan. There's got to be so many Clippers fans who are believing him for years.
If you said trade for Kawhi over Zion,
that was my original wail.
Yes, and when
only guy I ever traded Bam
when
for.
somebody texts you, he was at Chipotle and you hyperventilated.
I really wanted Kawhi. I really wanted him.
You would have been in the same position you are now.
No, what are you talking about? That was like pre-Jimmy Butler when I wanted Kawhi. What are you talking about?
He never played then.
He won a championship for the Raptors that year.
Yes, but dude, ever since then, and even before then, remember when he went to the Raptors, he sat out for a year.
No, you're making things up. He didn't sit out for a year. He went there. They didn't have him play back-to-backs, and they won the championship that year.
No. Before he got there.
Yeah, you're talking about when he was at the Spurs?
Yes.
After he won a championship and Finals MVP?
Yes.
And had LeBron James quaking in his boots?
And he sat the whole year.
He did. That was part of the reason why, because he thought that they called him all out. That's why he wanted out of San Antonio.
Right.
Then he won a championship. Anyway, speaking of guys playing, Damian Lillard, good to go tonight for game 2 against the Pacers. Bucks Pacers, 7:00. I'm kind of excited to see that one because it doesn't seem like him and Tyrese Halliburton like each other very much.
That's what I was going to say.
It's going to be two guys not defending each other. I mean, they'll be in front of each other.
Yeah.
So we'll see who scores more buckets.
They'll be shooting threes and talking trash while not playing defense at all. Spinach artichoke dip. Top tier dip.
So good.
Yeah. Do the Grizzlies keep it within 40 tonight?
I like, you can look at that one or two ways. I didn't look at it any other way, but damn, they won by 50 and their best player didn't have a good night.
Tough.
That's tough.
And Timberwolves and Lakers, probably the biggest game tonight, because if the Lakers lose this one, so that's all happening.
How far do you think the Lakers could get, honestly? Who goes now? Well, let me ask you this. Let me go this route. Who goes farther, Lakers or Warriors?
Who play? I don't even know what the bracket is. I forget who plays the Thunder next.
It would have to be.
It would be no, because they're 2-3, so they would face each other. Yeah.
Who?
If they both win, Warriors and Lakers, and then the Thunder.
Warriors are 8 or
the
7.
Warriors are 7.
7, and the Lakers are 4.
The winner of Thunder Grizzlies plays against the winner of Nuggets Clippers.
Right.
Okay, so they're going to play each other.
Yeah.
If they got into a series, who would I pick? My petty says Lakers, but my heart says Warriors.
Your heart says Warriors. Can they both lose? Is that possible?
Is that possible?
He said
JJ Redick against
Black
Jimmy
Vatican
Butler.
Smoke for Ja. I don't even get it.
I am confident though. Whoever comes out of that other bracket,
I think that based on just one game, I think the Lakers could be in trouble. Like because Anthony Edwards is that dude. Like he's just the best.
Right.
And I don't think I guess as good as the Rockets are, boa constricting you.
They can't score.
You can't beat somebody with Shingun. I don't think that can happen. I need Fred VanVleet.
It's like every time you say his name, like some of the kung fu music should come on. Right? Like just like
Turkish Joker.
Who? That's who Shangoon is?
Yeah.
He's Turkish?
He's Turkish.
Wow.
Because I was listening, I was like, because he's got an accent to him, and I was like, is he like Serbian? He kind of sounds like, I'm like, oh, he's from Turkey. Now I don't know what his family is. Maybe his family's from Serbia or something like that. But because
Black Smoke means they haven't picked a new pope yet.
Oh, they're starting to pick the pope? Did they go right into pope? There's no pope. They got to pick a pope right away?
Gotta pick a Pope.
What do you Pope?
I'm just curious. I don't know. I know the Pope picking process involves smoke, and white smoke means they picked a Pope.
Yeah.
But like when the Pope croaks,
Right away.
we got to go into Pope mode.
They go into the room, pick a new Pope, and then celebrate the last Pope.
All right. There's not a vice Pope who like sits in for a little bit.
Can I put my name in the hat? I won't be voted, but
that's not how it goes.
Speaking of deciding, a lot of trade fodder out there right now for the draft. Draft a couple days away. We'll get into that coming up next. Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy. WQAM's Whiskey Stars and Cigars, presented by Edmore Sawgrass Automall, is back Friday, May 9th at Tabacon at Plantation Walk. You guys can talk sports unfiltered with WQAM sports staff. Enjoy a whiskey and cigar from Drew Estate. It's free, but space is limited. RSVP now at WQAM.com to reserve your spot. Whiskey Stars and Cigars at Tabacon at Plantation Walk, presented by Edmore Sawgrass Automall, your 2024 dealer of the year. 22 acres of new and pre-owned Chevys, Cadillacs, and Buicks. You can get to them online at edmoresawgrass.com. That was a fun event last year, or last summer, I guess, when we went. When did we end up doing it? Because I know it was postponed a bunch from the hurricane.
No, not summer.
When did we do it, JFig?
November.
Well, it was supposed to be in the summer, though, because it got postponed like twice.
Yeah, no, like 3 times, actually.
Yeah, it got postponed like 3 times. So now we're not in the midst of hurricane season yet.
Is that the newsletter? Check this out.
Yeah, I tried to get to the newsletter and I couldn't get in.
How? Why?
Because I was clicking on my phone and it was like, you have to open the Google Drive. And then it was like, could I get to the, and I was like, I'll try it when I get to work. But I haven't looked at the newsletter. Are we in it?
Well, I see JFig on the cover.
Why not?
Because you have to see for yourself.
I tried.
The editor is always on the cover.
Don't click Google Drive.
I tried, but then I tried going to the browser and it wasn't working.
Check my boy out. They got him in a tuxedo.
Okay, now we're just gonna watch it.
Yeah, look at all that.
I saw it, Jennifer. Lovely work.
Lovely work. Honestly, hey, look, you know what? You always
saw it right now, I'm sure.
It's loading.
You make us wait every time, but it's always worth the wait.
No. I don't make anyone wait.
DJ Zog got engaged. Congrats to DJ Zog.
That's nice. That is nice.
Miho has another baby. Congratulations to Miho and Mama Miho.
Just popping them out at this point.
I see Kiss Country. They met some intangible singing.
Wait. The Kiss Country part. Do you see my little joke on the side?
Well, you wrote a joke there?
Only people who know.
Oh man, now you're putting inside.
Come on,
jokes
it's not that.
in
It's not that hard to just. It's a picture.
I haven't gotten that far.
Oh, you have a chair.
There you go.
I like that.
Yeah.
You got to watch out for chairs around Morgan Wallen.
Oh yeah.
All right, hold on. Light FM.
Okay.
Julie Guy.
I might as well
Tamara.
just put it on.
Shout out
on YouTube.
Can we put this? Can I share my
Julie Guy, Tamara. Shout out.
1027 The Beach. There's Kenny and Gabby. They look lovely. See Gabby biking. She's the greatest biker by far at our station.
Yeah, she's
like the
Possibly
Lance
the
Armstrong of our
only
station.
one. There
The
it is.
Joe Rose Show.
Hey, I'm insulted.
Why's that?
He called Leroy would rather pick fun at fat than learn about
Marcos,
picking the Pope.
don't you dare.
Me and Tobin
No.
had a whole conversation
I'm
about
taking
this
this off.
because I watched all these shows during the pandemic about how powerful the Pope was back in the early days of life.
Let's see. You got Hawking
The
Crowder.
Pope was the most important person in the world, especially in Europe, and nothing could happen
We did learn
until
about
you
it.
got the approval of the Pope.
We did a whole Pope deep dive during the break, and you don't pick a new Pope till 14 or 15 days after the Pope's funeral, which is Sunday. So we got a ways to go before we take action on who the next Pope is.
So
gonna be.
who's we got an interim Pope, the vice Pope.
Yeah, there's a vice Pope.
He just said that.
Yeah, there's a vice Pope,
We
and
should
he's
do,
got some fancy name, a Camadir or something like that.
You have to take a Pope name when you become a Pope.
You can't. I can't be Pope Tobes.
No.
I don't like that.
Pope Petty?
I am Pope Petty.
We should do Mount Rushmore popes. Pope Petty, Contavious Caldwell Pope. He's got to be on there.
Contavious Caldwell Pope, KCP.
Yep.
What's he got? Like 3 rings. He's pretty good. All-time role player.
Pretty good.
Let's see. Tobin and Leroy took a trip to Vegas to cover a title elimination fight between David Benavidez and David Morrell. Among their interviews was legendary boxing announcer Jim Lampley.
Yes.
That's cool.
My man Tobes got all warm and fuzzy.
Lit the lamp.
Tobin. Oh, that was a great interview. I really enjoyed that.
No, he's a legend.
Tobin also did blow-by-blow
Whoa.
description of a dirty boxing in Miami, a cross between boxing and MMA. Well, not. But I appreciate the picture.
Like I said, I did. Like that.
There's a picture of myself, Platinum Mike Perry,
Yes.
and the great Jason Anik.
And you're in the suit.
I am in my suit, which I just
You're-
got.
Hey, you're not in your Pat Riley.
No, I got a new suit when I went to a wedding last year.
Oh,
which I just got cleaned at A&T Dry Cleaners.
Yeah.
Shout out to Aura.
Shout out.
Then they
I'm
got
gonna have to go through there.
got us at
Aura,
Live
I'm going
Live.
through.
Live.
Live. Which I tell you what.
And our interview
That's
with
a fun
Arlo
thing.
White. That was
Arlo.
Yeah.
See, you know who didn't make the newsletter though?
Yeah, sucks.
That's not true.
No, he's in
scrolling.
there for
Keep scrolling.
buckets and bets.
Where?
There's a picture of him.
I don't see him.
Go to buckets and bets.
Oh, we have a buckets and bets section?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Oh yeah, he was a real kiss ass around that.
Yeah. Like I don't understand. Like, can we explain? Let's get into the inner
You're
workings
gonna
of
anger
Marcos.
Vlad somewhere. Let's not.
Marcos
Yeah.
didn't show up to work.
Yeah.
But showed up to buckets and bets to play basketball.
A lot of times.
Didn't
too.
you do
A
the
lot
same
of
thing-
times.
Didn't you do the same thing Friday?
Mm.
Didn't you
No,
show
no,
up
no,
at
no,
1
no.
p.m. following a
No,
golf
no, no.
tournament?
You know what? I didn't
Originally,
like that part
wait.
either.
Originally,
Yeah.
I was not gonna work at all. I normally take that day off. Okay.
Yeah.
But I told everybody
And then you left
I'm
and
gonna
went
leave
afterwards.
and
Like, what is
come.
this?
I'm gonna leave early and come and catch the second half of the show because I didn't want to be that guy to not show up. So,
But if I were that guy that didn't
What did
show
you
up,
say?
you're that guy,
Jennifer.
What?
What did you do? What did she do?
Uh-oh.
You stay there.
Whoa. It's messed up, dude.
What's missing?
Oh my god!
No,
Mm.
no. Let me see. Let me see.
Oh no.
Let me see.
Another year. Another year gone.
Are you freaking kidding me?
Wow.
You forgot Leroy's birthday in the newsletter? You're in charge of it!
Are you kidding
You
me?
left Leroy off
Oh
the newsletter
my
birthday list?
God.
Are you insane?
-1.
This is terrible.
Wow.
Wait,
How could you do that?
we literally talk every day.
Wow!
Every day.
I can explain myself.
Oh
I can
no!
explain myself.
It's the day after
I
somebody
know.
on that list I don't even know.
That's
Who?
Ryan.
-1.
Talk to him every day. You're here.
Every day.
Look, okay.
No, no.
Look. I can explain myself.
Solana's on there.
What?
Solana's on there.
I can
I
explain
don't even
myself.
like him. You like me. What? I have fallen down the
Like,
list.
I'll take my L. I'll
Wow.
take my damages done. But let me explain myself.
Damage is done.
I've been asking for information for this newsletter since January.
You know
okay?
this information.
I
Not
know.
tickled.
Hold on. I've been working on it every now and then
No goosies.
until someone finally sent me all of it or whatever. And you know,
Guy's a ball.
that was the last page. I don't really look at that page often, so I just copy paste birthdays, and I don't.
But
even
you
just
should
look
hold
over.
on.
Now, did I
Hold on.
overlook that?
That's
100%.
a very big overlook.
100%.
Wow.
That doesn't mean I don't wish you a happy birthday every year.
It does.
No, it
It's
doesn't.
your publication.
That's true.
I'll send a company-wide email. Leroy, I'm so sorry. Honestly.
How many Odyssey points is that
You've
gonna
done
cost
this
her?
for the last 5 years.
5
No, I
years.
haven't.
Yes.
You've been cropped out of the newsletter.
Yes. Wait.
Oh,
You know
no,
how many
the
times have we
cropper.
sat here and go in the newsletter? My birthday's in May. It's not even on here.
I've only been doing newsletters for a year.
Okay,
No,
so
no,
even before that, my name has never been on the newsletter.
You have definitely been
You would
doing
think-
newsletters for
I've
more than
included
a
it
year.
before. I included it last time.
Mm-mm.
I did.
We have had this conversation this time of year for the last 5
I
years.
am so sorry. Okay, Leroy. I've been going crazy with this newsletter.
Joe Zagacki made
Wait.
it.
Joe
Zagacki.
Zagacki.
It's
Joe
a,
How
it's
much-
a
Wait,
document.
wait,
okay?
wait.
It's a document I copy and
Wait,
paste.
let me ask you a question.
Joe Z.
When's the last time you hung out with Joe Zagacki? Huh?
Jennifer put her own
When's the
birthday.
last time y'all broke bread?
That's JFig's birthday.
I don't know.
Colen's birthday's there.
Don Bailey, huh?
Wow.
I don't think you guys understand. I don't write this.
Pretty good.
But you are the editor.
Sure,
You are chief
but-
of staff.
Okay, don't be putting a bunch of labels
No,
on me.
you
like,
are. I mean, you are in charge of the newsletter.
Hey,
Relax
wait,
there.
let me ask you a question.
Mhm.
When somebody sends Great newsletter. Congratulations. Who they congratulate?
Miami.
No.
Wow.
You. Great job, Jen. Beautiful job.
Miami.
Appropriately, the damage is done, my friend, is next.
The damage is done, my friend.
It's a tough work atmosphere here right now. Feelings are hurt. Understandably so, as Jennifer cropped Leroy's birthday out of the newsletter. It's tough.
We were still sorting through the drama on break.
Yeah, are we going to be able to continue? Are you going to be okay, Leroy?
I'll move on.
Thank you.
Past this.
Thank you.
Right after damage is done.
You want to go first?
Sure. So I'm heartbroken. Emotions are at an all-time low because
all-time low.
I have
We're
worked
being a
here.
bit dramatic here, aren't we?
I have worked here since what, 2008?
Yeah.
Since 2008.
Long time.
Wow.
Yep. And for the first 12 years, no, 15 years that I have been here, I have complained that my birthday has never been on a newsletter.
Never.
Go
ahead.
Then we had a friend.
Take over.
Close, like family, take over the newsletter. And I say, you know what?
You were on it last year.
You know what? I would think that one of the people closest to you would make sure that your name was on the list. It gets worse. Jennifer's birthday was this past weekend. I stopped what I was doing and I go, you know what? I'm going to send some of my best birthday wishes to Jennifer.
It was very nice.
What do you
Very
mean? All
nice.
you put was happy birthday, JFig.
did
Happy
a lot of
B-Day,
thought into
JFig.
it. A lot of thought.
That was my best. It was more. It was more. Wait a minute. It was more than you gave me.
It ain't May yet, okay?
Yeah, so I got to wait.
It ain't May.
I got to wait more than a year in hopes that next year.
It's not like I was gonna forget your birthday, okay? What? Okay, hold on. I'm technically doing you a favor.
This is
okay?
my.
Do you want fake wishes or do you want the real?
Oh, I
ones,
won't be
okay?
here. Don't matter. It's the principle.
So
Jennifer,
when it's your birthday, I will send you a very nice heartfelt
the people
letter,
that
okay?
I look at my phone and all my notifications, and the only people I care about are the people closest to me that wish me a happy birthday.
Exactly.
And what happened? You
will
know,
get that.
this is not the first time you've been left out of the newsletter before.
Right.
What are you talking about?
And
You
now-
talk about it all the time.
And now,
Both of you,
and
all
now-
the time.
it's not even just about news of our show; it's news of his life.
Yes.
Do you want me to include when someone gets a goldfish too?
A goldfish.
I value you, Leroy, and I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
I'm
this
sorry.
happened.
This does not mean I don't
I
value
would-
Leroy, okay?
No,
I
I
love Leroy,
appreciate
okay? I've
your
invited him
birthday.
to my birthday and everything, okay?
Yeah.
Well,
So that's my damage is done.
I'm sorry, man.
I'm
Heartbroken.
sorry this happened to you,
Sorry
Leroy.
what happened to you.
Heartbroken.
Damage is done.
Right. You
We'll
know,
try and move on. We'll try and move on
yes,
with today's show.
we'll
let's
try to
make
move on.
let's make fun of a boob. This guy's name is Nico Harrison.
Oh my goodness.
He is the general manager of the Dallas Mavericks. Held a press conference yesterday, his season-ending
Why
press
does
conference.
he? Wait. Out of curiosity,
Mhm.
stop having press conferences, Nico. He has more press conferences.
Well,
Right?
I've heard that take. Charles Barkley gave him that advice yesterday. Stop having press conferences. First of all, I don't think you can stop having press conferences. I think he had a media roundtable where no cameras were allowed.
Right.
And then he had a season-ending press conference. Every GM has to have a season-ending press conference. The only time Pat Riley speaks. It just happened that he did his roundtable and his team got bounced. He probably should have, timed that a little bit better. I would say be better at press conferences. And to be better at press conferences, you got to have better answers than this.
Luka comes back to town. The Lakers game's happening.
When you were kicking the idea of this trade around, and you had various scenarios planned in your head, did the anger and outrage from the fan base, has that exceeded what you were kind of planning for?
Yeah, good question. I did know that Luka was important to the fan base. I didn't quite know it to what level, but really the way we looked at it is, if you're putting a team on the floor that's Kyrie, Clay, PJ, Anthony Davis, and Lively, we feel that's a championship caliber team, and we would have been winning at a high level, and that would have quieted some of the outrage. And so unfortunately we weren't able to do that, so it just continued to go on and on.
Sure did.
I didn't realize how important he was.
Whoa, you guys love Nico. I mean, you guys love Luka, huh?
Wow. These guys are big Luka fans.
This guy is like, I would say, people say, hey, don't have press conferences. And the only reason you would say don't have press conferences, because it is part of your job, is you can't go out there. I said this with Chris Greer. Chris Greer doesn't talk that much. The idea that you speak 3 times a year and he has flopped like a fish in 2 of these press conferences already is wild to me. Like, come on. You got it. You practice it in the mirror. Whatever you think, have fake press conferences with your dog. I don't know, something better than that. Because someone's going to be like, hey, did you think it was going to be this bad? He goes, oof, no. Like, what you need to do in that situation, Nico, is like, listen, we'll see what old Fatso does in L.A. We'll see how far he goes. This wasn't a true season for us. I got to see my guys AD and Kyrie on the floor together. That's how you press conference, Nico. You got to triple down. But to go out there with the blind spot.
You know what I hate about all this?
What's that?
We this, we that. You got a mouse in your pocket? They don't hate we. They hate you. So why all of a sudden it was a group decision? No. Stephen A. said it best. Nico went to ownership. Ownership did not go to Nico.
Because he drinks beer. He's got a pot belly.
Got to tell you what. James Harden ain't bodied by Jake, but he can get buckets.
Sure can. Anyway, damage is done, Nico. I don't know what to tell you, dude. You gotta practice that answer a little bit better. You also can't say that you did a good job. Jennifer, if we could, take you from your newsletter obligations here for a minute, would you mind giving us the damages done for the day?
I think we already know what the damage is done. I can't even look at Leroy on the eye.
In the one eye.
It literally would have been better to not have us in the newsletter than that.
That's absolutely not true.
No. It's 100% true. Okay? I would give you hell. But this has been a thing that has hurt Leroy's feelings.
We've had this conversration for the last how many years?
Well, you didn't have it this year, so.
No, I thought we were blindsided. We were like Luka. Leroy's like Luka, and you're Nico Harrison in this case.
You just took the beer out of my hand.
Yep.
I would never do that. I'd leave the beer in your hand.
He just took the day of birth out of his newsletter.
The day of birth.
Does not diminish his life, okay?
I mean,
or his importance in mine.
It doesn't spotlight his life
a little bit. It does. I got to tell you, when the people closest to you,
oh my goodness,
forget.
Okay, I am only human. I make mistakes. Okay,
what?
I am only human.
Human, not human.
I never said human.
You said human.
I said human.
Froggy,
there's no silent. There's no silent H in human.
Froggy, what damage is done for you, buddy?
My damage is done, and athletes sometimes wind up on the wrong side of the law. And for whatever reason, I never necessarily want to make fun of someone who may be going through something, but this one's from a boy Leroy because it is past Lent. So I just want his opinion on this. As TMZ has reported, former Jacksonville Jaguars wide receiver and a standout at Oklahoma State, Justin Blackmon. You guys remember that wide receiver?
He was really good.
He was really good.
Because he had bums at quarterback.
Absolutely.
Right. But he only had like one good season because he loved the drugs.
Oh, did he? And unfortunately, it seems like he is still causing a little bit of problems wherever he's at. He has been arrested with a mugshot obtained by TMZ. Leroy, what do you think of our boy?
Wait a minute.
Yes. Careful. This is a wide receiver. Careful. Wide receiver, Justin Blackmon.
Maybe just wish him well.
I hope the brother get his stuff together.
There you go.
I mean,
same indeed. Nothing else you got to say about this photo, Leroy?
Well, we know what kind of drugs he's on.
Oh, do we?
Yeah, it ain't that.
It's like Wendy's, if you ask me.
Yayo. It ain't that yayo, because he be thin.
Damage is done. It goes to our boy Justin Blackmon.
Dude, Justin Blackmon was really...
Hey, I'm not the only one.
He was.
I'm not the only one.
Let's do it, Leroy.
Said that ain't crack.
Man, that's crazy.
Man,
What did he get arrested for, Marcos? Do you know?
He was just lying. He was just lying on the ground at 1:32 in the morning, apparently.
And they arrested him?
Because he was
public intoxication.
He
I
was
don't think he could just be. I don't think he'd be just drunk on the
he
sidewalk.
reeked of alcohol. He was wearing wet clothes, and he was on Oklahoma.
You're not going to serve real jail time, but they're going to put you in the drunk tank.
Yeah, and he was
sober up.
He was on campus, so it's kind of like
on campus.
He was just at a frat party.
Yeah. Well, he's 35.
That's it.
Why is this?
He's been out of the league for a long time. He's on 35.
I'm not sure.
He's 5 years older than Andre Vasilevsky.
Yeah, that's it. How about that? It says cops noted 2 sets of handcuffs were used due to his body size and girth of his wrists.
Now that's fat shaming.
Okay.
Right there.
Wow.
Okay.
That's fat
I
shaming.
mean, you know, I don't know.
Unable to fit in the back seat due to his body size, according to the report. Why does all this have to be listed?
Wow. So he's
He was 6'1", 210 at his playing weight.
I ain't gonna mention no names, but
Only 20 full seasons, or 20 full games, excuse me,
in his career.
in his career.
Yikes.
He was good though. I remember him, especially at OSU.
His rookie year, he played 1 full season. His rookie year, 16 games, 132 or 64 catches, 865 yards, 5 touchdowns. But who's it? I think his quarterback was Blaine Gabbert.
So wait a minute. While we sitting here, he was like a top 10 pick, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was a high pick.
So while we sitting here talking about, you say, oh, he had that one really good year. No, he didn't.
But he was a rookie. I skewed it, and his quarterbacks were Chad Henne and Blaine Gabbert.
Okay. Well, I mean,
And they were 2-14 that year. They were a really bad team.
okay.
He was
Yeah.
legitimately the only good part of the team.
I
But
mean,
yes, I did think for some reason in
like,
my mind I thought it was 1,400 yards.
my rookie year, I witnessed Randy Moss's rookie year. You know, I witnessed like some yikes.
Anyway,
Hmm.
you're trying to really bring Leroy back to the dark side, huh?
I was trying.
I mean, it ain't like,
I
well, see, here's the problem.
You did well.
No, but here's the problem.
Damage is done.
He got other issues. I don't want to fat shame him.
5th overall pick.
Wow.
5th overall pick.
Yikes.
Man. It's amazing. It's amazing how the success fail rate of the draft in general, we never pay attention to, right? Like the success rate's not that great, but everybody tends to think that your team is the only team that sucks at the draft. No,
Dolphins
a lot
are
of
famous
them.
one of those, Deion Jordan.
Well, see now. Here's the problem with that. Okay, if you're giving up assets to move up, damn it, that guy better be a baller. Otherwise, you can just keep all your picks and have 2 stabs at it because it's the success rate is so small, right? Like they put a thing on TV the other day. There's not many number 1 picks playing quarterback that were good, partly because of where they ended up going. And that's just the nature of that, is that if you have a top 3 or 4 pick, a lot of times you're going to a team or
Who's
an
the best guy
organization
right now? in the
that's
league?
bad.
Who's the best number 1 overall right now in the league? Is it Kyler?
I mean,
I'm probably missing an obvious one.
I mean,
Goff. Was Goff 1 or 2? Goff was 1, right?
it was Goff then Wentz.
But he's not on his original team.
Right. Like the success rate. But see, so when we see the draft and we talk,
Boudreaux. Yeah, Boudreaux. That's gotta
right.
be the answer.
When we talk about the
Baker's doing all right.
when we talk about the draft, but he's 4 teams. So 4 teams.
He
out.
is 4 teams removed, but he was good. He was good with Cleveland.
Right.
He was decent with Cleveland.
So here's the thing. When we talk about
Stafford.
the draft and we talk about how poor a GM drafts,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like the overall success rate is not good. And when you look at Greer and his 1st round picks, They haven't been bad. He just never re-signed a lot of them. He never re-signed, Christian Wiggins. If Christian Wiggins was on this team, we would have a different opinion of
Tell you what, though,
the first-round draft
he's
picks.
got some second-round stinkers.
Right, yes. Yes, he does. Now, what Belichick used to do was get rid of the first rounder and get a whole bunch of second-rounders.
He doesn't seem very good. I don't think he'd be good at that strategy, though.
No, because but that's what I'm saying. Sometimes the most important thing in the draft is numbers, right? So say if your success rate is 40%, well, a team that has 6 picks in the draft, that's 2 guys. A person that has 11 picks, that's 4 or 5 guys.
Hold that thought. We do got to take a break. Back after this. Welcome back, you rascals. Tobin and Leroy back with you here, 560 WQAM. Headlines brought to you by Doral Hyundai. Doral Hyundai, choose over 1,300 new Hyundai miles in inventory at the Tucson, Sonata, and Palisade. Remember, when it comes to Hyundai, the great deals are at Doral Hyundai. Panthers back on the ice tonight. They start their playoff series with the Tampa Bay Lightning. News from Morning Skate. George Richards says Matthew Tkachuk remains on the Florida Panthers' second line. So it appears like we are going to get back Matthew Tkachuk for the playoffs.
So Leroy live.
Take that, Leroy!
Yeah!
Where is he in the
sources?
You think him and Jennifer are having it out because of
the birthday situation?
because of the birthday situation? There's a fight going on.
I think they're hot on the trail of some pizza.
Oh, all right.
If you planted seeds or picked up cigarette buds, then you are allotted a slice of pizza, I'm assuming.
One slice of pizza?
Well, I'm not sure what they're doing down there, but I know who doesn't deserve pizza and who will probably be getting pizza, and that is the Hobnob twins.
Oh, they don't deserve pizza.
No way.
No way.
What do they do?
Heat will be back on the practice court today. I
Oh.
believe that's a 1 o'clock out there. What time do they got practice today? I had this on there.
1 p.m.
1 p.m. 1 p.m. is practice today. What do you got? That group chat?
No, sometimes I just say like whatever you
I think it
say.
is 1 o'clock. I think it is 1 o'clock.
Yeah, you're usually right. So I just go ahead and just repeat it. 1 p.m. my boys will be practicing. I just checked.
Yeah, they're practicing. Well, this says media encouraged to so yeah, probably 12:45. They probably get going this hour.
Nice.
If I had to guess.
Nice.
Game 2, of course, is tomorrow. And you can hear that game right here on 560 WQM. We got playoffs, double playoffs on Saturday. 1 o'clock puck drop, 1 o'clock tip off. Heat on QAM.
What are we doing here? What are we doing?
Panthers on 790 The Cat.
Dang, Leroy came with a variety.
Goodness gracious. Hey, thanks for joining us, guys. You brought us food?
Yes.
What do you mean he brought us food?
He brought a plate, like a
thanks,
plethora
man.
of items for us.
That's nice of you.
We couldn't get up there.
Why?
I don't know. Because
Turn your mic on.
it's on.
Now.
I mean, isn't that?
We had to go to I don't know how many staircases to get to the rooftop.
Why are you on the rooftop?
Yeah, what's
That's
up
where
with
the pizza is.
Yep.
All right. The Marlins will be back at it today. Edward Cabrera is on the hill, so everybody duck who's behind home plate. Nick Martinez is going for the Reds. He's a Miami native, so hometown kid getting the chance to go up against the Fish tonight.
Oh, nice.
The playoffs for tonight's action: Bucks and Pacers, Grizzlies and Thunder, and Timberwolves at Lakers. We were just saying Matthew Tkachuk is out for morning skate today. So you told me yesterday he wasn't going to be back.
Yeah.
What?
Inside
Okay,
source.
I said he's going to miss a game.
But when you said
But
out, you
said out.
No,
Like he's going to
out
be
a
back,
game or two.
but he's at morning
no,
skate.
he's at morning.
He was at
He's
morning.
with
skate.
he's with the second line.
Okay.
Anyway,
So
that cat talk brought to us by our friends over at Hollywood Kia. At Hollywood Kia, the #1 Kia dealer in all of Florida. Get the star treatment. We want to see you in a Hollywood Kia. Visit them online, hollywoodkia.com. And I want to let you guys know, speaking of, we got some more tickets to give away later on.
Rockville.
Welcome to Rockville is returning to Daytona International Speedway May 15th. What day is that?
I don't know.
Hmm.
Sophie's birthday?
let me check the newsletter.
Shut up!
Rockville.
May 15th to the 18th, and we are giving away a pair of 4-day journalism passes to see Shinedown, Green Day, Rhino Pellets, Linkin Park, and Korn. Those are, yeah, right?
Rhino pellets?
Yep.
Wow,
What a band.
their hit single, as we all remember.
Too horny.
That's right.
So keep on listening to our show. We'll give away that pair of tickets to Rockville.
Rockville.
Take a break. Back after this.
Tonight, the Panthers open up what should be a fiery playoff series with the Lightning.
Welcome back, Tobin and Leroy. Back with you here, 560 WQAM.
Oh, this is the song where, wait. So, Marcos, I saw this on Instagram, right? What do they say when they get to the
Mama say, Mama sa?
We've gone through this.
No, that's not what he's saying. I'm going to say it one more time. I'm not going to stop.
Oh, that's not what he says. I refuse to believe that. I refuse it. I'm going to say it one more time. I'm not going to stop.
So, you have those songs.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, for Cranberry Zombie, I never knew that was the name of the song because I thought they were saying someday. Or my favorite is one time we were at a party and Jam On It came on and I was singing Jam Pony.
Jam Pony.
Is that a cousin to the Zonky?
The zombie. And everybody stopped and turned and looked at me. I thought I had food on my face or something. They go, what the hell are you singing?
It's something, dude. So there's some draft buzz going on right now. There's talks that the Browns and Giants, according to Peter Schrager of ESPN, that the Browns and Giants are fielding trade calls for the number 2 or number 3 pick. A lot of thought that people want to trade up, not only to either get Hunter or Travis Hunter or Abdul Carter, but people want to jump up there to get Ashton Jeanty, which is a little interesting because most of the draft buzz I've heard is he's going to end up in the lower top 10, even as awesome as he is because he's a running back. But somebody wanted to jump up and get him at 3 or even 2. That seems kind of crazy because I feel like you could do that. If you really wanted him, I feel like you could go to like 4 or 5 and still get him.
Yeah, but if there's 3 teams that want to move up to get him, then that pushes everybody to have to move up farther. You see what I mean? So say if there's 3 teams want to move up and get Gentry, right? Then that means that they're having these conversations with either 1 or 2 teams. And that's why he moves up. I mean, he's that good. Like, think about this. The last person that's had the production that he has had in college was Barry Sanders.
It's crazy.
Very similar game. He might be a little more physical than Barry Sanders. And so,
do you think there's a team that's like really low in the first round that like saw what Saquon did last year and they just want to leap all the way up because they just want to push their chips to the table? Like that feels like that's what would make sense to me. Like if I were to give up my first, it
depends on here. Making a move like that depends on where you are.
Like let's say the Chiefs wanted to do that. The Chiefs were like,
I think they like their running back. He's just always banged up,
though, dude. Like they didn't. Like they're always complaining about Mahomes. It feels like Mahomes is getting. There's more complaint about Mahomes.
It's the offensive line. It's not the running backs. But I would say it's. What about a team like say Cincinnati? That you have a situation where you need offensive line and you need somebody that's going to take some of the heat off of your quarterback who you've already paid. So it's worth.
What if Chris Greer's just getting wild? He goes, you know what?
No, dude.
I'm going.
Dude,
I'm going to get fired anyway. And Chris Greer's just sitting. He goes, everyone's mad at me. That's his only move. His only move is to give up a lot of draft picks to do splashy things.
Here's the kicker.
And so he just gives up a heap of picks. He goes, I'm taking Ashton Jeanty.
But here's the problem with that.
Still keeps his job.
Okay, the running game here has nothing to do with who's running the ball. It's how they run the football. And so to bring in another guy and plug him in the same offense is not going to help you like you
Even
think
if he's
it
a
is.
stud like this?
No, it doesn't.
Mostert broke the record for rushing touchdowns for this team.
I know. But again, you need to have a physical run game, not necessarily a physical running back. If I take a physical running back and plug him into this offense, it might look awkward because it's a lot of sideways stuff.
I like the idea of Chris Greer just walking in there after that press conference. He goes, let's get irresponsible. I'm not going to be here. Someone's doing it, right? Like, who's not going to, like, there's not any GMs who are like, I mean, I'm sure he's got to have a talk with Stephen Ross, but he goes, Steve,
no,
best running back in the league.
Absolutely not.
And he goes, oh, I like that.
No.
The old can be tricked.
Because here, guess what? Did the running game fail because of the system or the blocking?
The blocking sucked. And
but
the also their lead running back is tiny.
That's
tiny.
Here.
And I know, I know Jeanty's not a moose, but he
breaks a lot of tackles.
But he's bigger than Achane, and Achane you could kind of use as a Swiss Army knife for everything.
But here.
By the way, I don't think the Dolphins should do this. I just want to be clear here, but I do like splashy things.
It in the ether.
No, I'm just saying it would be fun, but it would be fun. It would be funny. It would be funny.
Can you stop putting it?
Because the Dolphins are in the spot right now where they have so many holes. Like, it's like he said at the draft. He's like, we feel like the board's gonna fall our way. It's like, well, yeah, you got a hole at safety, corner, D line, O line. You literally will probably have the pick of the, nobody's gonna look at the Dolphins, right? And whether they take Starks or John A. Barron or Will Johnson or hell, if Mason Graham by some chance fell to them or Banks, it's like none of these guys are going to be like, oh, that was a terrible pick because you have so many holes here right now. I can't really criticize it unless there's some kind of swerve that comes with the Dolphins.
The only criticism I will have is if they draft the guy who's been hurt.
Yeah, which is kind of the thing on Will Johnson, and a lot of people mock him to the Dolphins. That's why I was trying to see if you got any Wolverines intel.
I don't. He's an awesome player.
Give me that Wolverines intel.
Come on, we know.
Give me that. Give me that Wolverines intel.
He's an unbelievable player. He is. But here's the problem. Here's the problem. Okay. I don't want to take the chance on an injured player. We've already been down that path.
Yeah.
Nobody's happy with it.
It's not a good path.
No, it's not.
By the way, I got to give props to Mel Kiper. He's the only guy sticking with Shedeur Sanders over Cam Ward. Not as a pick, like he's not mocking it.
As a prospect.
On a big board, though, on the Kiper big board, the OG big board, he still got Shedeur Sanders over Cam Ward.
Which is crazy.
You got to respect it. But I respect if you have a take and you were like, nope, I'm telling you, Shedeur Sanders is better than Cam Ward. He's sticking with it. I respect it.
Even if it's a wrong take.
Yeah. He says you won't find a tougher, more resilient quarterback prospect than Sanders, who took 99 sacks over past 2 seasons, but still put up really strong numbers. I'm always impressed watching him throw on the move, rolling either left or right. He's accurate in those spots. He has the arm to drive the ball, and everybody's saying he's got a noodle arm. When his mechanics and footwork are sound, he can pick apart a defense, and while he's not necessarily a major rushing threat, he can keep the chains moving with his legs.
Mobile.
And Cam Ward isn't those things?
I put him 6. I mean, they're one spot apart. I think he's really holding on to it. He goes, I can't leave my Shedeur Sanders take right now.
I would say this. I've seen, and I've said this over and over again, and it may be because I've seen more of one over the other, but I've seen Cam Ward, with all the highlights you may see of him, I've seen him make on-time accurate throws.
Yep.
And I've seen him do it more than Shedeur. And that might have something to do with the fact that I've seen Cam more. But that's why I would go with Cam Ward, because I've seen him make a lot of NFL throws that are timed and not necessarily the stuff you see on TV.
Ooh, mock draft of all 7 rounds on NFL.com right now. How about that?
Wow. They got 2 Colston Loveling. They're going to have 2 tight ends going top 10. It's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, remember, last year, Loveland, I think he was going to come out.
Well, that was a prospects list. That wasn't a mock draft. But those are the top 10 prospects. You don't know how the award's going to fall. Who knows?
Mm-hmm. I know that Tyler Warren is a beast.
NFL.com has the Dolphins taking Jahdae Barron, cornerback from Texas.
See? I can deal with that.
I don't
and I like the Michigan cornerback.
I just don't trust him taking a corner.
That's what I'm
I don't
saying,
trust him taking a corner.
Give me an offensive
Can we
lineman
get some?
first.
Well, here.
I don't. I mean, I guess I don't
Here's what
trust him taking anybody.
Here's what I would say.
I guess that's right.
The only thing that would upset me during this year's draft is two things. You draft somebody who's been banged up, or you don't draft the highest rated guy. You draft the guy you think you're filling a hole with. Because usually you end up overdrafting. And I don't want that. I want them, if you get to, what pick do they have? 13?
13.
If you get to the 13th pick and the highest rated player on your board is an offensive lineman, win-win. Right? If it's a corner and the next available offensive line is ranked in the mid-20s, no. Because you have to start getting quality players. If you draft quality players, you can get longevity out of them, and then they can make an impact on your team. There's been too many guys that they've drafted where when they drafted him to say he is going to be a project.
Victor says, what do you guys think about the Dolphins taking Oronde Gatz in the second? Love it. Goosies.
No.
Not in the first round, though.
Can I?
Obviously not in the first round. No,
Oh,
he's
in
not
that
going in
case,
the first round.
Yeah, nostalgia.
Can I?
What? I can't have Goosey's picks for that?
Vibes.
Why not? They could use some more size, dude. You could agree. They would use more size. Even if Oronde Gadsden's is more of a receiving threat.
You know you have one of those.
We got one of them. What's wrong with two?
Because you don't play too tight.
Listen, you know who else we got at tight end, right? We got old Mr. Anytime Touchdown, who's cost me a lot of money. I called him New George Kittle.
Stonehands.
You called him New George. I'm so stupid. I'm a stupid boy. And now you're doubling down.
I would love it. If we got one of the legacy tight ends, that would be fun. Even if it's not our need.
New George Kittle.
As long as we take,
you know what?
as long as we take a lineman first.
You know, when we have conversations like this, I always think in the back of my head, I try to keep it way back because I don't want it to be anywhere close to the front of my head where I can actually notice it. I have to go back into the brain.
Yeah.
What would this team look like if you got every guy you wanted?
Man, that's a good question.
I tell you what, it would suck.
I bet you I would want to play.
The team would suck.
He's got the Dolphins taking Xavier Watts, safety from Notre Dame, in the second round.
Okay.
It still hurts.
Again, I would think of it this way. All the success and failure of the draft is documented. The percentages, right? Teams, when teams get lucky and they hit on their third, fourth, fifth, sixth rounders, and those guys end up contributing, those are usually the teams that compete because they have cheap talent, right? They don't have to pay the talent yet. But when you have a team that seems to overdraft, that means reach for players, those teams never end up working out. So I don't want to do that. I want you to get the guy, no matter who you draft, I want them to say after every draft, it was going to be within 2 or 3 picks of that anyway, right? So if they draft 13th and you see the next 3 best available, I want every pick to end up being one of those best 3. I leave a little room for who you like or position or whatever. But if you keep doing that consistently, your team will get better. Not if you say, oh, you know what? I really like this guy. I'm going to trade all my picks to move up to 3 and draft Deion Jordan.
Third round, he's got the Dolphins taking Wyatt Millum, West Virginia guard.
That sounds like
6'6.5", 313.
Hey, that sounds like West Virginia.
Yeah, Wyatt. Hey, Wyatt, what you doing? Mauling.
Point for
Wait. He says Leroy has no clue the pain and suffering of a lifelong Dolphin? Sure I do. I've been down here longer than some of you have been alive. So, like, what do you but I also was on a team that was 3-13.
That's my dog, Dylan Gabriel. Not anymore. That's somebody else.
So I'm like, why do we sit here and think that I don't yeah, man. I was a Saints fan until I was 18 years old. The team never had a winning record. Of course I know what it feels like. But it's not a easy fix. And for people to sit here and think, I'm trying to give you solutions to your problem that will make your team better longer. Stop all this reaching, these trading for big name players, drafting or signing all these broke down players, and get some guys that are going to help you on the field. So yes, I do understand what you're going through. But for people to say, oh, let's go get a Rondé Gadsden's son, or let's go get somebody else's son.
But they're good.
Again.
Don't
tell me I don't understand what the situation is and what the issues are when I'm doing a show with a guy who you think understands and says, let's go get a Rondé Gadsden Jr. He sounds like he doesn't understand what the hell you've been going through.
You see that catch radius, though?
There you go. See? There you go.
Catch radius. Good.
Good.
Rain Cloud Leroy.
Hey, Wyatt, how'd you get so big? My daddy had me lifting moonshine jugs from the forest.
Hey, Saints and Browns. He goes, I'm wrong. Yes, believe me, I understand. I know this. How do you think? Wait a minute. The only thing as a former Browns player, the only thing that I have over the Dolphins, and keep in mind, there's an offer in there.
Wyatt, let's go cow tipping.
The only thing I have is the Browns have actually won a playoff game in recent years.
Schmeathan says Tobin's about to catch Leroy's hands.
It's just ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
No, it's ridiculous that you guys come at me like I don't understand. What don't I understand? I spent my whole youth cheering for a team that lost all the time.
2 youths.
Yeah, Tobin measures players in goosey radius.
Not the 2.
Like this is
for.
Ooh, I like this.
What's
How about
up?
this?
What's up?
NFL.com round 4
Uh-huh.
has the Dolphins taken Dylan Gabriel, quarterback from Oregon.
Whoa, round 4. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I think I like that.
Another tiny lefty Hawaiian quarterback. That'll go over well.
Is he lefty?
He is.
Zach
You know
Wilson's
what?
not gonna
By
like
the
that.
way, you know what? The thing that Bill Belichick always did that was funny, but people didn't realize it's genius. Always had a left-footed punter.
Oh, yeah. You've told me this.
Yeah.
Take a break. Mix things up on the other side. 560 WQAM. Take you guys up until 2 here on the program. It's that time of day, ladies and gentlemen. It is that time of day, Leroy.
It is, yeah.
Where we mix it on up, dude.
Oh, yeah.
The mixed bag is brought to you by Frog Boy shirt.
Sugar Night? What did he call me? Yeah, I think.
Wow.
If I'm not mistaken.
Somebody just called Tua. Tua turned the ball over.
Heard that one before.
But he doesn't really turn the ball over.
No, but when he does, there are some doozies.
Whew. That's how I was. Dude, I almost ended somebody's career. I was holding the ball tight. Somebody punched it up. It went straight up in the air. One of the wide receivers, Derek Alexander, went to catch it, got cleaned out, messed up his ankle.
They were just showing Damian Martinez angry runs on NFL Network.
Man, that would be. Listen, that's a sneaky pickup. I would like to do.
Oh, he's a moose, dude.
He's a moose. Damian
Martinez. They got him. What do they got him late in the draft? Physical.
Yeah, like sometimes, like here's what this team has to do. They have to draft guys where you're going to be a physical running back. We're going to be able to make some adjustments to our run game in the confines of our offense, right? So you need a physical guy that has a little bit of quickness, not just a big bruiser, because then every time you put him in the game, they're going to know exactly what you're doing. And so if you don't have that versatility, like you're going to say, how come he can't do anything? I'm like, because the offense that he's in, every time he's in the game, they know they're running a certain set of plays.
6th round from NFL.com has a run of Canes. They got Xavier Restrepo going to the Titans.
Ooh.
They have Damian Martinez going to the Colts.
What?
They had Jalen Rivers. I lost where he went though. Jalen Rivers going in the 6th round. So that's a lot of him going to the Chargers at 209.
I think when this
and
group of
Andres Borregales going to the Cleveland Browns.
Oh,
kicker.
Borregales.
So here's what I would say. When you start getting this next class of offensive linemen, that's when you'll know how good your team is and how good your team has been. Because we've said this offensive line has been pretty good. So when they start getting drafted, you'll start getting a better idea of where this team has been offensively. Defensively, whew.
They're mocking Oronde Gadsden II in the 5th round to the Philadelphia Eagles.
Why? Isn't he like really fast?
I don't know.
I think he ran like a 4.5.
That's what they got for him.
So what I'm trying to figure out what's the
Cuse? I don't know.
No, it's not new that. I'm just trying to figure out, like,
well, I'm seeing like
when somebody goes down to the 5, I'm trying to figure out what separates him from Warren and from Loveland, right? Because I would imagine that he has more speed than them. Is it that they can play on the end of the line of scrimmage also, and he doesn't? Because he's basically a receiver.
Hit us up with the mixed bag there, Marcos.
All right, we heard something from this gentleman a little bit earlier from his post-season press conference. That is Nico Harrison.
Mm-hmm.
This is him explaining why he shouldn't be fired. This is Nico.
Luka comes back to town, the Lakers game's happening, and you're standing there, and there's thousands of people chanting for you to be fired. That's an experience that none of us, no one's chanting for for us to lose our jobs. Why shouldn't you be fired?
Well, one, I think I've done a really good job here, and I don't think I can be judged by the injuries this year. You have to judge from totality, from beginning to end, and so I think I have a really good working relationship with Patrick.
It's tough. There goes Dallas Tobin again.
Can I just say this? I would answer that a little bit question. Answer me the question. Ask me the question.
We saw that 50,000 people were chanting "Fire you," an experience none of us have experienced. Why shouldn't you be fired?
Because I don't work for them. The man I work for, the man I have to answer to, was on board with what I did. And furthermore, here's where Nico lost me. All these decisions were his. But when he answers to those decisions, he says, we.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't got a mouse in your pocket. It's you, buddy.
Yeah. Ask me the question.
No.
Hey, Nico.
No. Don't do it.
Do it.
Go. Fine. Go. You do it, Marcos. Don't say I didn't tell you so.
Hey, Nico. About 50,000 people were chanting for you to be fired. Why shouldn't you be fired?
Well, first of all, they're all just jealous because they don't have jobs. A bunch of bums.
Okay.
Secondly,
okay.
Listen, right now it looks bad. I understand the way it looks. I'm not here for the way it looks. I'm here for the way it's going to look. And what I will tell you is the Dallas Mavericks, like a phoenix, will rise again. All right. Anthony Davis will be healthy next year. All right. I work with this kid with Nike. He's got the goods. We're going to bring him along when Kyrie's healthy. We're going to come together with a generational big with Derek Lively. And Klay Thompson has the championship veteran savvy.
Wow.
Don't bring your opinion into this. And what I would say to everybody who's sad about losing Luka is, hey, Luka, fatso, don't lose.
Okay.
I mean, you're down 0-1 right now and 3 losses away from being right next to me here and me looking a lot righter than I do right now. So I guess it's easy for you to sit there, Dallas Tobin, and ask these kind of questions. But what I would say to your beloved Luka is, don't lose. That's how you handle a press conference.
Wait.
Nice.
That's how you do it.
My favorite part was, hey, fatso.
What?
Real professional.
What? Like,
very mature.
Should I ask Pat Riley this year at the press conference?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Should I ask him? Do you regret?
Wait, you think Nico?
That's not a question for me to ask.
You think Nico would ever use the phrase? You'll see that I'm a lot righter.
Oh, you'll see. You'll see I'm a lot righter than what it looks like.
You'll see.
Definitely a word.
So when we get to Pat Riley's press conference this year, do I go, Pat, do you think you were a little too harsh on Jimmy Butler with the keep your mouth shut quote?
No. Man, listen,
I should leave that question for somebody else. Yeah.
Pat couldn't have been more honest last year with what he wanted.
Oh, he was honest.
From Jimmy and from Tyler, right?
Mm-hmm.
I need more activity, more availability. One of them said, I'm going to do it and balled out. The other one said, I'm going to do it and didn't. So, whatever. I'm good with it. Like, Pat ain't got nothing to be worried about. Nothing. Pat ain't got nothing.
But someone's going to ask him that.
Sure.
When we finally get to
because
the point someone will ask him, do you feel like it could have been handled differently or saying what you said to Jimmy? Because he hasn't answered any questions about that.
The dumb person that asked the question is only going to base the question on the success or failure of this year's playoffs. You understand? And so whoever asked that question, do you have any regrets about the Jimmy, no matter how far Jimmy goes, right? That means that you're not aware of what was going on this year. Because I don't care what situation we would end up going through if we kept Jimmy. You wasn't going to get the Jimmy you see him Golden State here.
So I'll tell you right now, I ain't asking one Jimmy Butler question at that Pat Riley press
Oh,
conference.
now you're going to be reserved? Wait. Now you're going to hold back? Now you're going to hold back? You ruined the franchise.
I didn't ruin anything. Don't say that.
You ruined
I'm not responsible for what he says.
No,
I'm not responsible. You didn't even want him here.
He ruined the franchise, and now all of a sudden he's going to say, I think I'm going to hold back. Too late.
We can take a Pella Larson question.
It's too late. It's too late. Wow. Like, now you're aware.
Damage is done.
E. Simpson.
That's like when you're in handcuffs, you say,
I didn't think it was going to go that route. I really didn't.
I probably shouldn't have said that.
I really didn't think it was going to go that direction. I really didn't.
Wait, now, you have followed Jimmy and wanted Jimmy for a long time.
Yeah.
And it all started with some dumbass poking the bear like you did.
That's not fair.
It's
not fair.
Am I wrong?
It's not fair.
Am I wrong?
I don't know that
Am I wrong?
I don't know, dude.
Hey, you have said on numerous occasions, Jimmy's not happy. Let's go get him. When Philly decided to sign Tobias Harris,
yes,
you were like, "Ooh, let's go trade for Jimmy."
Disgruntled Jimmy. Everybody knows a disgruntled Jimmy.
Right, but all right.
Officer, you release these handcuffs. I promise I'll never do it again. I promise.
E. Sim says Tobin's got to get his question approved by us before he throws another grenade.
Please. Just ask him how
I'm
he's
going to be
doing
like
today.
John Morant. Pat.
Hey, they showing pictures of Tom Brady at Coachella.
Honestly, what is he doing?
needs to grow up,
so
right?
Why is
awkward.
there not a lot of people there? Or is
Oh.
he just real close?
That's Travis Scott.
I don't think Tom Brady allows people to be close to him.
I've always had good conversations with him.
That's you. Like you'd be like, oh, look at me hobnobbing with Wes Walker.
I do not say it. I just go over.
No, I know
See,
you don't say
here,
that, but you
let me explain something to you. You've been places with me.
Yeah.
I go over there like I belong. I don't go over there like, you know what I mean?
I know.
And so then people think, right? Like I just go over and talk to Wes
People
Welker.
look at you like that. You're a 2-time Rose Bowl MVP at his alma mater.
You do belong. That's why you act that way, because you do belong.
No, it's not that. It's not that.
Tobin
It's
on
not
the
that. You can't go in. You can't. No, I bring Tobin with me.
I don't belong anywhere. Certainly not at a press conference.
No. So, like, no.
Do you think like they're gonna be like any more questions and everybody just turns their head to me?
Look at you. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yes. Yes.
No, I'm good. Thank you.
Or what if
Pass.
wait, no. What did they say? Any more questions? Pat, thank you. And Pat goes, no, I want to see if Tobin has a question.
Or he looks directly at you.
Or he looks directly at you. You're like,
And he raises his eyebrow.
I can't. Here's what I for the life of me, I can't believe you think that you played no role in this.
I didn't. I didn't play a role in this. It's not fair. How do I play a role in it? I was positive about Jimmy.
You literally had media coverage everywhere.
What are you talking about?
I didn't expect that question to blow up the way that it did as I left the
fine.
room.
You should have been more aware. That's the problem.
I just don't think it's my fault.
It is your fault.
It's not my fault.
You started.
He's responsible for his words.
Listen,
You were the
everybody was being professional till you poked the bear. And there's two bears in the room. You poked the Pat Riley bear. Pat Riley poked the Jimmy bear. And now look.
Oh yeah, and then Jimmy had to be Mr. No comment to me. Like just answer your question. Next question. Sensitive, dude. And you have the audacity to
You
wink.
did go run like a tattletale and say, hey, Jimmy said, Pat Riley said.
Well, then you know what? They're not speaking to each other. Maybe if they would have spoke to each other, we wouldn't be in the situation.
Do not,
the message.
do not sit here and try to act like you played no role in them two guys getting pissed off at each other.
Sexy Sauce says, Tobin dropped the first domino.
Yes. You know what? All the dominoes were lined up. Everybody avoided the dominoes because we knew where this was going. And you walked by and went blink and just plucked it. And then the cycle started.
Take a break. Back after this. Tobin and Leroy here with you, 560 WQAM. We take you up until 2 here on the program. WQAM's Whiskey Stars and Cigars, presented by Edmore Sawgrass Automall, is back Friday, May 9th at Tabacon at Plantation Walk. You guys can talk sports unfiltered. WQAM's sports staff. Enjoy a whiskey and a cigar from Drew Estate. It's free, all right, but space is limited. RSVP now, WQAM.com to reserve your spot. We had an awesome time last time. It was a really, really fun event. Had some drinky poos.
Yeah.
Get up on stage, you riff about sports. Sometimes we do a piano bar style. Listen, when it was us, it was me, Hollywood, and Solana went up there. We kind of did a piano bar style. You throw it up there, throw some topics, we can get to them. Crowder, Leroy, and Joe Rose did the last time. They were hot. They were just riffing on stories. It's a fun time. It was a really fun event. And did I mention the drinky poos? Oh, the drinky poos were good. So, because I'm not a huge cigar smoker, but I'm a whiskey drinker.
Yeah. I didn't smoke a cigar either.
So, but if you are, beautiful setup to smoke some cigars. So join us at Tabacon at Plantation Walk, presented by Edmore Sawgrass Automall, your 2024 dealer of the year. 22 acres of new and pre-owned Chevys, Cadillacs, and Buicks. Visit them online at edmoresawgrass.com. And again, you can register for free. RSVP at WQAM.com. Let us get to headlines, which are brought to you by Doral Hyundai. At Doral Hyundai, choose from over 1,300 new Hyundai miles in inventory of the Tucson, Sonata, and Palisade. And remember, when it comes to Hyundai, the great deals are at Doral Hyundai. The Miami Marlins, they'll be back at it today. Game 2 of their 3-game set against the Reds. They won yesterday 6-3. Wagaman and Stowers going deep. Agustin Ramirez making his debut. He was good. I like having an exciting catcher. This makes me very happy. And Max Meyer, unfriggin' believable. What a start to the season he's had for the Fish. So they will go at it today. And, of course, the big one that we have our attention on is tonight.
Big
Panthers. Lightning. Game 1 of the first round of the Stanley Cup playoffs. Leroy, do you have the Goosies?
I do. I'm ready for this to get started.
Goosies.
I have been excited about this, waiting out the last couple of weeks of the season. Hopefully everybody's healthy and ready to go.
Mm-hmm. Paul Maurice saying minutes ago, Matthew Tkachuk will be a game time decision. It will be decided after warmups. He was skating this morning at morning skate on the second line, as he has been, but waiting with anticipation. We will see whether or not Chucky will be out there for the Cats. But it is exciting times. Playoff hockey, ladies and gentlemen, is back tonight. And of course, you can hear that right here, 560 WQM. Doug Plagens on the call. Sergei Bobrovsky. Bob, do your thing, dude. It's your time. Your time now.
Do we really need to tell Bob to do his thing?
He's not listening right now. He's probably listening to like classical music or watching a documentary.
Focusing right now.
It's easy.
Who's gonna stop him?
This is a monumental moment in my life.
None of these kids have reached puberty yet. They're talking like they're 60 years. One's
Hockey
8.
will do that to you.
One's like 8, another one's like 10.
Love it. The Heat back on the practice court as they are getting ready for game 2 of their first round series against the Cleveland Cavaliers. That, of course, will be tomorrow night as the Heat will look to even up their series against Cleveland after losing in game 1, getting stomped in the fourth quarter by Ty Jerome. So looking to bounce back there. There is a player poll out, Leroy, from The Athletic, the NBA player poll.
Mm-hmm.
And they have some thoughts on some things. They have thoughts on who they think MVP should be.
SGA.
The overwhelming majority of them, 155 votes, 56% say Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. So no surprise there. They said of the teams other than your own, not allowed to pick your own team, who will win the championship this year?
OKC.
Overwhelming say Boston. 57.7% say Boston, then OKC.
They're wrong.
Then Cleveland, then the Lakers. The next one is who will be the face of the league 5 years from now?
Ooh. Anthony
James.
Edwards.
LeBron James.
No. Anthony Edwards. That's your guess?
Yeah.
He was second.
Wait.
Bam Adebayo.
No.
No.
Nah.
I would say Luka.
No, actually, I was surprised by this. Luka was down on the list. I was surprised by that.
You can't pick Joker because he doesn't
Think tall.
Wemby.
Wemby was the overwhelming favorite. 54% of the vote went to Wemby. 13.8 went to Anthony Edwards. Then Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. Then Tatum at 6.5%.
But here's the thing.
And 2.9% said Luka.
You gotta have
2.9.
You gotta have the personality.
He got traded, I guess.
Anthony Edwards has the personality that we don't know Wemby has. Wemby's love. Listen, Wemby's worldwide. But Anthony Edwards has that kind of dog in him that everybody likes.
I love Anthony Edwards. He's a
Right.
tremendous basketball player, and I hope we can poach him from the Timberwolves one day.
You can't.
You don't know that. Minnesota sucks. Respectfully. It's cold.
2.9%. That's crazy.
Of Luka?
Yeah, that's crazy.
I thought that would suit just because
I did Luka and the Lakers. That's why I said that.
I agree with you. I'm surprised it's such a little return because we're still talking about that trade.
Right.
I mean, it stopped the sports world. So I'm a little surprised by that too. This is a good one though. Good topic. And a lot of cowards because a lot of these votes got 156 results. A lot of them have 133. Only 90 votes on this one because there's a lot of cowards who were worried that this was going to be a non-anonymous survey.
We know about these anonymous.
Oh, we know about that, dude.
Oh, dude.
Who is the league's most overrated player, Leroy?
I'm gonna go with Jaren Jackson.
No. Oh, Jaren Jackson he's amongst the results, but he's like others receiving votes at the bottom.
Okay, let me go. Oh, is it still
It was
Frenchie? Rudy Gobert?
He is second. He
Hold
is
on,
second.
hold on,
Rudy
hold on.
Gobert is second, 10% of the vote.
Hold on.
Laurie Markkinen.
No.
Not on the list.
If everybody's petty like you, Tatum.
Oh.
Tatum
should be on the list.
is not on the list.
Wow.
No returns on Tatum.
All right, hold on.
Okay. Gotta think how another player would think, Leroy.
You think they're are they? I think for the most part they like LeBron.
You want a hint?
Yeah.
Point guard.
Ooh.
Ja Morant.
Oh.
Ja Morant is tied for fifth.
Okay.
4.4% of the vote.
Point guard.
He's tied with Julius Randle, Draymond Green, and Bradley Beal.
Draymond Green could be number one.
That's a fact.
A triple single, and they praise it like it was a triple double.
Mm-hmm.
A point guard
recently had beef with Tim Hardaway.
Ooh, yeah, I remember this.
I don't know.
Tyrese Halliburton.
Really?
Tyrese Halliburton is looked upon as the most
you
overrated player.
You
in
said
the
with
league.
Hardaway, but if you would have just said with Dame, just happened
that was
like
2
2
obvious.
seconds ago. You said I wanted a hint. I didn't want a hint from 2 years ago.
It just happened like 2 months ago.
Okay, so Halliburton,
14.4% of the vote.
he's really good.
Rudy Gobert, 10% of the vote. Trae Young,
8.9%.
And then our own favorite ex-player, Jimmy Butler.
Oh,
Jimmy Butler, the 4th most overrated player in the league in the eyes of them. The NBA players, 5.5% of the vote.
I can see that. I think that here, and I say this fully appreciating who Jimmy is. But if you want to be the star of a team and want to be treated like that, when the team needs you to score 30, you need to score 30. You don't have that. Everybody has that one player that you know you're going to get 25, 30 out of that guy, right? When we watch all these games, the anomaly was what the hell OKC just did to Memphis. Scoring all those points, beating them by 50, and SGA had a bad day.
Yep.
That doesn't normally happen. But on a night-to-night basis, when you look at all the teams that are left, there's one guy that you could go to and say, that guy's going to get me 25 to 30. And the issue with Jimmy is that we tried to talk ourselves into thinking that wasn't important while the team wasn't scoring any points.
Yeah, I think, but also like age probably had the most to do with it.
Yeah, no. I get he was getting older and all that, but I'm saying that, like,
I would like him to throw up a stinker at this next game. I mean, I didn't like that first.
Here's
game.
why. Guess what? He ain't the guy.
Doesn't
They're
matter.
trying to run around and chase
He
Steph.
cannot be the guy all he wants. Like Pajemski ain't showing up for him like that. They need Jimmy to still be pretty damn good.
But listen,
especially before
when the focal point's not on Jimmy, he's above average, right? But he plays in a way that if they put all that heat on him, right? Like if I was another team, I wouldn't double Steph. Who cares if Steph scores 50? It's Jimmy giving you that 25-30 that's killing you. Double Jimmy. Don't worry about Steph. Who else is going to beat you?
Let me give you one more before we get to break. Do you want either you could choose most underrated player, best organization, worst organization, or best coach? Who do you want? Which one do you want?
Most underrated player.
Most underrated player, Leo. Who do you think the players picked?
They didn't pick Bam, but he should be there.
Bam should be there.
But of course, he's so underrated, they're actually not going to pick him.
Is it
Sabonis?
No. Did not receive any
I would
votes.
say, are you sure it's not Anthony Edwards?
No.
No.
Okay.
Everyone
No.
knows how good he is.
Great game last night.
Underrated.
Kills the Heat. Buzzer beater.
Oh, that's Giddy.
Nope. He does kill the Heat too, though.
Yeah.
Cade Cunningham.
Boom.
Boom.
Cade Cunningham. Number
Gotta go
one.
through
now.
the list of all the people.
You did. It's a list this year, dude. Derek White, number 2. Norman Powell, number 3. And
Derek White. They don't underrate Derek White. That's all they talk about. How does he underrated? He make $20+ million a year.
I mean, I don't know. That's what the players said, dude. What do you want me? Why are you yelling at me?
I mean, no. I know what it was. It wasn't underrated. It was undergraded. As soon as he fixed his teeth, he was good.
Oh, okay. If you guys want to go to Rockville, caller number 5 right now to 305-567-0560. Caller 5 to 305-567-0560. We'll get a pair of 4-day general mission passes to Rockville. It's going to be May 15th through the 19th.
See, I don't have to fat shame
Or
to
the
have
18th,
fun.
excuse me. No, you just
There's
teeth
always-
shame.
There was always Derek White.
Rockville.
If you guys want to go to Rockville, caller 5 to 305-567-0560 will win a pair of 4-day general mission passes to Rockville.
Rockville.
We're going to give away a pair of 4-day passes every day this week. But right now, caller 5 to 305-567-0560 wins those tickets. Oh, I'm sorry. Am I keeping you up there, Fuck Boy?
Rockville.
Tobin and Leroy. Take you guys up until 2. Heat getting back on the practice court today as they got game 2 tomorrow against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Leroy, what is the thing after watching game 1? Give me the 2 things you need from the Miami Heat to win game 2.
Energy and height.
So, McCullough where? That's 1. Play more.
Yep. And I would say this, that a lot of what they had success in against Atlanta, Cleveland kind of shut down. And that is all that paint stuff. So you got to find different ways to either get your shot off or shoot more threes to get them to stretch the floor a little bit and then go back to the paint. So
from the energy standpoint, would you like to see Spo? There's been some kick arounds on social media about starting Davion Mitchell. Do you like Davion Mitchell coming off the bench? Because the way they've gone, it's been Ware, Bam, Tyler, Wiggins, Burks. Do you like the idea of putting Davion in the starting lineup and maybe Jovic is the backup? Or
I like Davion because I think what you need to do is do something to deter Spider getting off early. But here's the kicker. If he gets in foul trouble, then you're screwed late.
What about, speaking of foul trouble, Pella?
Go ahead and get your fouls. Give me 6 fouls.
Give me 6 fouls, right?
Give me 6 fouls. You got to have, listen, you got to sacrifice one of these younglings to the golf gods, right? And say, listen.
To the golf gods?
I mean, to the basketball gods. Yeah. I
was like, he's throwing him in the Gulf of America?
To the basketball gods, right? You have to, you know this, I pray a lot when I golf because don't hit the car path. Don't hit the car path. Please, please, please.
Schmeathan says, typical panic move by Tobin. It was 1 game grow up. Is that a panic move? I feel like a panic move is benching Ware. I feel like that's the panic move.
Here's there's a difference between a panic move and adjustments. These are adjustments because I like the energy of Davion. We let Spider Mitchell go willy-nilly into the paint the first beginning of the game till he got his groove. I want to break him up a little bit, make him struggle early, right? And then I'll give you a more reasonable chance to go to somebody else. Now, I will say this. Who's the other kid they bring in? The backup point guard.
Pella?
No. On the
Ty Jerome?
No, the other one.
Darius Garland?
Darius Garland.
He's not the backup. He's their starter.
The starter. Darius Garland is quicker than all of them.
He's very fast.
And it's hard to stay in front of him, too.
He's licking his chops looking at
Right. Right. So you got to do something about that, too. So what are you going to do? They're both in there. What are you going to do with Davion? He can't guard both of them.
Do you put it as a Garland has to beat me? Like Mitchell can't beat me, no matter what.
That's what I would do.
Garland has to beat me.
That's what I would do. I would say Garland has to beat me.
I mean, yeah, I think the thing is like you need to find some way to like slow one of them down because they both killed. I mean, all 3 guards killed you. The point of the perimeter defense just broke down.
They basically play a game equivalent to March Madness. Like usually if you have really good guards, you go far in March Madness. It's not about the bigs. It's not about the wings. Point guards.
It's good training for Boston. Same thing, you know. Derek White, Peyton Pritchard coming off the bench.
They're big. Boston's big.
Cleveland's
they chuck
big.
up a lot of threes.
Yeah. Probably more threes in this team, but
I mean, they're both like, listen, they're 2 of the best offenses in the league, and the Heat are not. Like, and that's the thing is like, and Davion, Davion said this. He goes, "We have to be the harder playing team." I think Anthony Chang reported that the Miami Heat was like 9 of the 13 loose balls Cleveland got. Yeah. Like you can't have that happen. You need to win all those marginal things that the Heat had to have success with their wins against Boston and Milwaukee and those series. Even with Jimmy, like they had to do all the things where like you're not losing any of those. You're not giving them any extra possessions because it hurts you too much. You can't have, You can't have Mobley and Jared Allen keep stuff alive, and then you certainly can't afford to have too many of the turnovers. Like Bam said, like their turnover total wasn't terrible if you look at a regular season game, but a team as potent as Cleveland's going to kill you. It is going to take a little bit, like it is going to take nearly not a perfect game, but I mean a much more improved game and to beat this team. It's kind of what it took the last year when they were able to beat Boston in game 2. I mean, it took a record amount, I think, of playoff threes as well. Miami they weren't drowned by the threes in this game really until you got to the fourth quarter and Jerome went crazy. That was kind of the one big thing. They kind of stuck with them with the shooting. I mean, Spider had a pretty awful night shooting until like the very end.
Until he
hit those last couple.
Right.
Yeah, but he started, what did he start, like 0 for 8?
Yeah, 0 for 7. And they made two in a row when he needed them.
Rothschild says Tobin is always panicking. I'm not panicking. Stop saying I'm panicking. I'm not panicking.
No, you know what? I did see you instill a little bit of calmness into Michael McCullough when we talked to him earlier, reminding him the series hasn't started yet.
It hasn't started yet. I'm not panicking. Listen, do I think that there should be some tweaks? Yes. But you want to know why? Because I think you got to get a little weird. And I think you got to show them something. You think you're the big team?
A little weird.
Well, here's tall time for you. Here's Jovic, Ware, Bam, Tyler, Wiggins. Do something with it. Or put Davion in there as well. I don't know. Wiggins, if you want to show up, let's.
That'd be nice.
He hasn't earned his Heat stripes, by the way.
No way.
Just so we're clear.
No way.
So we're clear.
I even give Slow-Mo his stripes already. Slow-Mo's done more than
Slow-Mo's got more stripes?
Yeah, dude. Those 2, 3.
I don't think I disagree with you. Who's earned their Heat stripes more, Slow-Mo or Wiggins? I think you probably would say Slow-Mo.
I'd say Slow-Mo, man.
He's the opposite of what the Cavs are. Right?
Don't you wish you could just he seems like if you put Slow-Mo like on a silent film back in the day before they had volume and you just put like an orchestra behind him, like you just have the
because even with the old black and whites with Charlie Chaplin, they moved fast.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, he couldn't make it. He would have to be in a love song.
What is that? What is that? Is that a sliding flute that they play for?
No, it's called the
is that a kazoo?
No,
that is.
It's us. The Zonky earned its stripes.
What's wrong with y'all?
Can I tell you how much I laughed when I saw that people thought a Zonky was a donkey in a Larry Zonka donkey?
If I ever get to go to that place, I'm gonna be like, hey, you guys you should have named this thing Larry.
Ooh, Larry.
I don't get it. Zonky.
Wow.
I miss his tweets.
Me too, man. It's almost that time. A couple months away.
Oh no, he's gonna have something to say about the draft.
Gonzalo says Davion needs to start. Bring Pella off the bench. I don't hate it, but I kind of like it flipped because it always feels like that fifth starter. Like you need to give them the least amount of stuff to start off, right? Because you're gonna probably feed Andrew Wiggins and you're probably gonna go to Bam early on. So I just feel like Pella's because Davion's been cooking. I kind of like what he's bringing off the bench with energy and stuff. I don't want to mess with that. But Burks, I don't know. Pella's not a great shooter by any means.
Nope. Energy. That's all we're in.
He's energy. For. He is energy and great hair.
Yeah.
Handsome.
Handsomer
than this Max Strus, I'll tell you that much.
Oh, sick of him, man.
Pella's way handsomer than Max Strus.
Oh, and he'd never do his hair like that.
Ridiculous. But even if he did want to do his hair like Max Strus, it would look way better.
For sure.
Because he's Swedish.
Yep.
And this Max Strus really thinks he's something. Look at me. I got great hair and 70 million, and I can hit threes not even looking.
Where's Max Strus?
Good for you, dude. Where's he from?
Yeah.
Illinois, I believe.
He's Slovenian and German.
Oh, you're talking about like his heritage?
Yeah. Well, stupid. It looks stupid. Slovenian. Did you know that?
You're just mad you can't grow hair like that, Marcos.
I don't have the patience.
Or the arrogance.
Or the
arrogance.
Take a break. Back after this.
Tonight.
Leroy, back with you here, 560 WQAM. Leroy, I just want to say on behalf of the show, I appreciate your professionalism today getting through. I know what happened to you today was hurtful and in a lot of ways wrong to have your birthday.
You're doing this to me.
To have your birthday erased.
Get me angry.
No, I'm not. I'm honestly, look.
It's because
I understand your anger, JFig, because you did a great job on the newsletter. No bit. You did a great job on the newsletter with an awful mistake, which was no, don't leave, Leroy. No, come on,
Leroy.
I mean, you heard him. It's not so much that
Leroy
he's mad.
knows it's not
It's that he's
personal.
hurt.
They don't Spirit Leroy. We go way back. Yeah. Right?
Wow.
Like you would think if you forgot
We ate crab together.
Frog Boys,
Did eat crap together.
that's different.
Is it?
Also, I'm allowed to forget his.
No, you haven't forgotten his.
Although it's in a useless month.
No,
You
it's
would agree.
okay. Listen, no need to talk about my birthday.
August.
Why would we?
Worst month of the year.
All right.
No sports.
Fodder though, huh?
Unless there is fodder, but fodder's more of a July thing.
Oh, okay. So I
It's the start of training camp,
good
exciting
fodder.
for like one day. Then we're like, Leroy yells at me. He goes, "It's not real football." And maybe we'll have the Marlins this year. Though.
Oh,
Maybe.
look at that.
You better hope we better have the Marlins this year.
If anything, we always got our
Hold
birthday.
on.
Max Flyer.
Hold on.
Ooh.
That's a reach.
Why? You don't know that. I think they're fun this year.
Okay.
Eric Froggerman. Huh. That's a bit of a stretch. Can we get a revision? Can we just do a May newsletter that's specifically about Leroy?
I'm gonna have his face
An
in everything.
all May newsletter
No.
dedicated to
Everything.
Leroy
Everything.
to make up for such crimes.
Here's what I don't want.
That would be really nice.
He's gonna have a quote.
Here's what I don't want. I don't want the overdone apology to make like it look like, oh, he was a jerk. That's why she had to do this.
I understand.
Oh,
Too
I
much.
didn't call you a
Doing too
jerk,
much
so
of
there's
Too
that.
much. I
No, I
understand.
know, but you know what I'm saying? Like it just
It's
done.
painful. It's
That's-
painful. Yeah.
That's what damage is done is.
Right.
Wow.
I
When
understand.
you say damage is done,
I understand.
that means you can't go back and like better luck next year.
You know.
Thank you.
Should I remind you?
No. This
No,
has to
it's
come
fine.
from
Yeah.
her heart.
Right.
Did you have to remind me when your birthday was?
Yeah, I did actually.
No, you didn't.
I
Oh,
did.
and
No, you didn't.
Not if it was
Monday
in
of last
publication.
week.
Mhm.
And did we forget?
Did we forget?
Nope.
Did not.
If it wasn't for social media,
Yeah,
we
I
wouldn't have
can't.
gotten-
No, we wouldn't have.
Well, this is the thing that day and age is social media cheapens things, but
Mhm.
when it's in print,
Mhm.
that's supposed to be forever. This is a record of our company's news.
Oh my god! Like if you ever paid attention before,
I did. I thought I was like,
Well, we didn't pay attention because normally we weren't in it, and then you start putting us in it.
I thought
you're
this-
welcome.
I really thought,
One
yeah,
little thing, and
but I
just
thought,
everything gets overlooked.
I thought you were David Wells. I thought this was going to be a perfect game, but it turns out you're Armando Galarraga.
Oh, and no one wants to be Armando Galarraga.
He had his perfect game, JFig, ruined by an umpire, of course.
Did he?
Technicality.
Wow, what?
Yes, you don't remember this?
It was so
No.
bad. The umpire cried
Yep.
What?
after the
He
game.
pitched
I'm
a
about to
perfect
cry
game,
after the
and
show.
the umpire,
Not.
Ruined it.
the,
He cried.
the umpire, Jim Joyce, Jim Joyce,
Yeah.
who had pipes as an umpire. Everybody knew Jim Joyce. Strike!
Oh.
Everybody knew a Jim Joyce game when he was calling it.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, he went from cool voice umpire
Oh no.
to the guy who blew a perfect game. And there's no going back. Because once it's not perfect, it's not perfect.
Never be perfect again.
I should just quit.
Luis says Joe Zagacki over Leroy.
Josie.
Josie.
Joe.
Solana.
Wow.
Don't say that word.
We ain't
Solana.
rap together.
Solana.
I
Got his
cringe every
birthday.
time you say it.
Wow.
Are we serious?
What?
Solana got his birthday wishes in the.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't wish any
Oh,
birthday.
yeah. Well, you didn't. I mean, you did.
Copy and paste, Tobin. Copy and paste.
Just saying, JFig.
Wow.
Do I
Oh,
have
so-
to yell
so wait.
louder?
Question. Does that mean next year won't be in there again because there's nothing to copy and paste
I
from?
guess.
Can't copy and paste from this year.
I'll just quit now and then somebody else can take over.
The
For
Who else? We
newsletter.
don't know anybody else.
Well,
I would have gladly given up my dirty boxing picture for you being in the newsletter, Leroy.
One of those 3 dirty boxing pictures in there.
You guys are so annoying. Literally, don't talk to me tomorrow.
Oh
no, because tomorrow.
Actually, it's funny because the newsletter starts off picture of her, right?
Of
Beautiful
Jennifer?
picture
For
of
sure.
Jennifer and says,
Always.
Oh, yeah.
Doing that.
Always
It's
starts off
awesome.
with
Look at that.
Oh my goodness.
It says,
I'm
"Hello,
leaving.
team."
I am
Hello.
leaving. No, stop reading.
I hope.
Muting you.
Hello, team.
It's been communicated in this.
Can you stop it? Close your laptop, okay?
I just want to make.
I'm gonna slam it, okay?
I hope everyone is doing well.
Brendan.
We overcame the South Florida winter,
Yes.
and now we move onward to spring.
Onward.
Spring.
We have had an eventful beginning of the year.
Yep.
And a lot to catch up on.
Except birthdays.
Look at a picture of my parrot cake. Fat ass parrot.
I'm leaving. Have a great day.
We're all leaving.
Muchas gracias.
Like to close today's show with a Shams bomb.
Whoa.
The NBA is fining Minnesota's Anthony Edwards $50,000 for telling someone in the Lakers crowd, "My bleep is bigger than yours."
Wow.
Sources tell ESPN.
Must be talking about his poop.
Nah. After he made a 3, probably, or something like that.
Yeah.
I think he was on the scorer's table with Rudy Gobert. I think the guy was talking bleep, and he says, he makes 200 million, and my bleep is bigger than yours. 50,000. That's what it cost him. I'm sorry, Leroy.
I'm adding that to the newsletter.
Happy birthday.
Okay.
No.
I think he's fine. I think he's good.
His birthday is next month, okay?
Well,
let it go.
Yeah, but if we get a newsletter every 4 months, then I got to get on the
Well,
early.
it ain't my fault. Tell your coworkers to be faster.
Co-workers. I am with my coworkers now. My coworker didn't remember my birthday.
The editor-in-chief.
Editor-in-chief. Yep.
CEO of the newsletter.
Sounds like I should be getting paid more if I'm CEO.
Cycle of doom.
Poor Leroy.
Talk to you guys tomorrow. Big spoon. Don't you think it's a bit presumptuous? What's that word?
Presumptuous?
Presumptuous? Don't you think it's a bit presumptuous of you?
Hey.
And he found other ways to contribute, even if it was getting into transition. Excuse me, easy for me to say. Get out there and get some.
Marcos, have you ever swum with the Dolphins?
No, I'm poor. Hope you mother have a good day.